You there, Grudy?
Yeah, I'm here. Where'd everyone go?
Well, we got to get everyone back.
Oh, that's not good. I'm doing this on the floor.
All right, guys, we are back. Someone decided to hit the
And
end stream button. So we got to get everybody back in here. So we're working on it. Hey, DJ, if you could let everybody know to come over to this one, we are basically going to be over here on this one. All right, Jay.
So I need to grab the link from here, go back to the old StreamYard, and give everybody the new link. So
I already gave everybody the link.
Oh, okay.
I already did that.
Okay,
we're actually live right now, so
I know. So whoever clicked end broadcast before, shame on you.
That's right.
We know it was you, GT, but
no, it was not me. I did not touch it.
Right?
Throws me out of the loop because I'm not an admin. So
the only thing I saw when I saw it, it popped up on there. Says how the thumbs up or whatever, and I'm like,
how was the broadcast?
Yeah,
short,
very short,
too short.
So, anyways, guys, we are here to do our cleaning, our should be annual cleaning of our cMPs, and we got Dana in here.
Yay.
Who are we missing? There's Dave. Yep. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yep. We got Patrick, Garth, Dave,
hello,
Jay, Dana. I think we're going to Grudy in here if he ever gets his stuff.
Grudy and Bruce. And I don't know if Mike was coming. We'll see.
So anyways, this is...
Mike needs the code for StreamYard.
Okay.
I can text him.
No.
Apparently, because everybody's needed the code today, even me, and it's like I've streamed on this computer before.
You got it, Jay?
I got what?
The code for Mike.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
He needs the email code. No, it's the email code. It's not the same link that you guys got.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. For Mike, you said?
Yeah.
All right.
Just send it in the chat, the group chat. Feel like I'm Hollywood Squares. We're gonna need some X's and O's there, Miss Aliki. We should have done that. Everybody make an X and an O and hold it up, in front of their camera.
Why are we doing that?
No, if we play tic-tac-toe.
Oh.
We can do this and there we go.
We need one more though for that. There's Mike. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mikey.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. We have...
Jay.
Yeah.
What is the current version number of OpenCore?
080.
Yeah, I think our 8.1 is it 8.1 now.
I have 074.
One's out, but it's not fully developed yet by Martin.
Okay, so it's 8.0 then.
Yep. You just got to get his new P list that he made. He made a new one for it to plug into it. Replace the existing. That allows 12.4.
I have 074 on my desktop.
That's a little old.
Yeah, a little bit.
So can somebody tell me why we have Deadwood on the screen?
Huh?
Why do we have Deadwood on the screen? People not working on their computers. I thought we were all supposed to be working on our computer.
We are.
Yes,
we
and,
are. We
Bruce
just started,
is in,
Mike.
Bruce is in defiance.
I'm talking about Garth.
Are we starting? I don't know. I'm waiting for
Oh wait,
everything to
Dave's not
stabilize.
working on his either.
Well, Bruce is working on something.
Mike, I got a very good reason. Check this out here.
Wait, you're not working on a Mac Pro either?
Oh, hold on.
That's not it.
What
Really?
There you go.
Nah, unacceptable.
Slave labor.
Okay, Dave has an excuse. What's Garth's?
It's right there, ready to go, man. Are we ready?
Mine's a part of the
Come back,
bank.
bro. I don't even see
Mine's
mine.
ready
Mine's
to
right
go.
here.
It's ready to go.
GT,
Dave, I have the same problem.
Yes.
GT, you wanna let everybody know why we're here?
Yes. Okay, everybody. We are here tonight.
Nothing better to do.
Well, we were talking about this, I think, right after the last Mac Yak show. Not this past Thursday, but the Thursday prior to that. And we were like, I need to clean my main, computer because I haven't done it in such a long time. And then Jay's like, yeah, I need to do that too. And then we're like, wait, why don't we just make a show of that? And here we go. So Jay and I came up with this idea, and here we are.
Why not?
Exactly.
See,
Right,
I
I never cleaned
have
it.
to find the other two, so. And
But-
I guarantee once I'm done doing this, it won't boot.
Yeah. Mine is pretty dirty on the back because I looked at it back here. It's dirty. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I think Grudy gets the honors of having the dirtiest Mac.
Yeah.
You guys didn't see the picture, but he sent the picture to us. Let me see if
Was
I
that
can
the
pull
one
it
did?
up.
on the cover photo?
Huh?
Was that the one on the cover photo?
No.
No,
Thumbnail.
Hold on.
The thumbnail. It's like, wow.
Hold on. I'm going to share this. So
Holy crap, that cannot be real.
That is real.
Where are we
Is
sharing?
it any wonder why he talked
sharing
about
it?
mold in his basement?
Hold
His
on.
house is filthy.
Oh my god. What the hell?
What are we sharing? Oh,
So I had this whole thing planned where everybody sent me a picture of their About This Mac window, and as they were explaining which Mac they have and what they're going to do tonight, I was going to put it up on screen.
okay. Well, we can
But
do
I
that.
came home 5 minutes ago. I didn't have time to set any of it up, and so yeah,
so I rushed to give you that information, and you just blew it off anyway.
yeah, pretty much.
Did you expect otherwise?
Asshole.
And I came home, I shut down the Mac Pro, and then I'm like, oh crap, I should have uploaded the photos, but I didn't do it.
Well, if anybody really gives a shit, I'm working on a 4,1. No.
Is it flashed
With
or no?
one whole processor.
Wow.
I'm special.
Has it been flashed or no?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's not so bad.
And believe it or not, I haven't touched this thing for 2 years, and it's actually fairly clean.
Same here. Mine just sits in the corner pretty much.
Yeah,
It's
well,
okay.
I have 7 cats, don't forget.
That's true too.
Everything in my house gets filthy.
Yeah, I
I
have
use
4
the
up here right
7-1
now.
mainly.
Hold on. I'm trying to share this one screen here because I want to show everybody.
That's funny.
Dave, I don't think Smirky's going to get out of your way anytime soon.
Looked bronze.
Oh, once I start moving it, she'll move. Then she'll try to go inside it. use
But
it
Dave
for-
was making the cat slave labor.
Oops. Sorry.
It's a good thing she's
All right,
pretty.
well, I will be working on a 5,1. I'm going to repaste the processors, the North Bridge, probably
All right.
the graphics cards, and do some general cleanup in there as well.
I did that
Why can't
already
I-
last year on mine, so I'm good. Only thing I'm working on is the back plane.
Jay,
Yeah, I've got a
check your
5.1
text.
that I got about a year ago or 2 years ago, and I've never cleaned it. But yeah, I bought it for $40 right after lockdown, and the guy said it didn't work, and it totally works. It just I don't know. I just seated the processor tray, and it's working.
Wow.
But I've never cleaned it. It's just a single processor
Is
though.
that
It
a
has been-
5770 in there, Garth?
yes.
Now, mine.
It is. This has no open core. It is. I have no metal graphics card. You can see where I came from. You take
It works.
Okay,
It's not, like,
mine.
it's not like you need it. I'm sure, retired from Apple, I'm sure you have all the money in the world to go buy brand new products. You don't need to work on this 12-year-old crap.
All right, guys. So mine is a 2009 4,1 cMP, and I'm going to basically be cleaning the whole thing out. The whole thing needs cleaning, and I'm going to repaste the CPUs as well. But just let you know, I have 32 gigabytes of memory in this thing. What are they? 75s, Jay? The
5775.
Yeah, 5775s, 3.06 gigahertz.
The same thing Jay and I have.
And I have a Mac flashed 580 in here.
Well, I'm not currently running those anymore.
But I also have the Pixless mod in here, so
the ones I had to go to a different computer. So,
well, Jay, you talked me into doing this.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Oh, somebody threw that up there.
Jay,
Nice.
check your text.
What?
Check your texts.
Server one.
I'm not checking my text. I got like 104 messages. So I don't know what you guys have been up to.
I didn't.
And mine, my Mac Pro, it's a 5,1. It's a mid 2010. I've upgraded it to the 6-core Intel Xeon. It's 3.33 gigahertz. And it's just it's got 6-core. My intention was to get a dual-core tray, but I never got around to doing that. And it also has the. Let me go to my other picture here. We have a graphics card. We have an AMD Radeon R9 280 times 3 gigabyte. And for what I use it for, which, to be honest with you, I don't use it that much, but I can tell you that it's got a lot of dust in it. No more I use it, it sits right underneath my computer desk here. So it's like a wind tunnel when it's on. And of course the cats, they like to get around it too, so I'm sure there's some cat hair in there.
Yeah,
so anyway, I'm just going to kind of just do some general cleaning. And I have a 120 gigabyte SSD. I'll throw that in there. I have a spinner in it right now, but I'll just probably put an operating system on that SSD and maybe put Mojave on it.
Who in the hell runs a Mac Pro on a spinning hard drive?
Hey,
when you need to pull the other 2 gigabyte SSDs that we had in it out, and you needed to put some video storage on it. Yeah.
Look at this, 2 terabytes. I mean, why do you need more than that?
Yeah.
2 terabytes. I have
2
8
terabytes.
terabytes in mine.
I have a terabyte and a half just in SSDs.
Well, don't worry, guys. I'm going to upgrade it tonight. We're going to put 120 gigabytes of SSD in it. I mean, it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, my new Mac running. I forget where I'm at. I think I'm like 26 terabytes on my new 7.1.
As you can tell, this is my Plex drive, so I have my Plex and regular files on here. And then this is another 4 terabytes. So I've got 12 terabyte spinners on here, and then a 1 terabyte SSD that's my boot drive. And yes, Jay, that's an OWC.
I saw. It's a disgrace.
Hey, you said anything that's not electrical is fine.
You're still sponsoring that company by buying their stuff.
All right, guys. So I've never taken off the heat sink on one of these, so I just jam my long ass torque spit down there and take out these 5 screws.
Yeah, should be just 4.
I was gonna
Oh
say
no, single processor.
5 on a single.
Yeah.
Is it 5? It should be 5. I've never done this. Pretty cool.
Hey, Jay.
You guys are like,
Yeah.
what a nerd.
Would the damage that this computer suffered have any reason for having flake corrosion on this thing?
No.
I wonder what that's from.
That thing went through the ultrasonic before I sent it to you.
Well, I figured that. That's why I was curious.
Okay, mute yourselves if you're going to be using compressed air, please.
Yeah, that's pretty bad there.
All right. So I currently have the 3.46 gigahertz chips in here. I'm hoping to soon go back to the 3.06 gigahertz because they run a lot cooler, but I don't currently have any, so that's why I'm running this.
list.
What happened to the ones you had in it?
In my desk. He was running the stock chips, and they were getting a little slow. So.
Oh, that's you told me that. You gave it to your dad.
Well, this is a fantastic night to misplace your screwdriver. Awesome. Oh, it's right here.
Hey, is Dana here?
Yeah.
I thought you had everything ready, Jay. You said everything was ready.
I came home at 8:55. I am nowhere near ready. Yes, Dana is here.
Okay, he doesn't have any flyers, does he?
No.
He is not going to repost.
Jay, that link is on a Facebook group I am not a member of.
Well, then join.
And wait for them to approve me.
I'll approve you. Are you joining?
You an admin of it? Okay.
I'm an admin everywhere.
No, you're not.
Wait, which Mac Pro is Bruce doing?
He's doing a
I am
MacBook Pro.
I am making space on the desk.
Ah, there you go.
At this particular point in time, I have no space on the desk.
Well, that's nothing new.
All right, that part.
No, there is nothing new, but I don't have
you had
room for
space on the
cMP
desk?
and a MacBook Pro.
If
One
you had
job
space
must
on
be
your
finished
desk,
before
Bruce,
the
that
other
means it's
started.
not working.
Sorry?
Someone was asking in the chat, this is like 10 minutes ago, but how long are we going to be streaming for?
Till we get done.
I don't know. This could go all night.
Okay, I'm gonna fire up my air compressor.
Cock.
Woo. That is dusty. I'm going to mute for a second while I vacuum this thing.
Oh, Dave, yours is only a single processor too?
Yeah, I upgraded it from the 4 to the 6, and it's got the next highest Xeon processor you can put in it. So I was eventually going to get a dual tray, and then I could have the 12 core. And I'm running 64 gigabyte of memory on it right now. So it works fine. It's definitely got a lot more power than my iMac, that's for sure.
Well, you know what's funny, Dave, is that I got rid of a 2017 iMac that I had, 27-inch, for this one because this one actually worked way better than.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was multi-core speeds. It kicked its ass.
Yeah.
But
well, and the graphics also kind of
yes,
no contest there either.
Exactly.
And I also have the other upgrade I did to it is I have a it's an Allegro USB 3.0. It's 4-port USB 3 card on the back. It's a PCI Express card, and it also you can charge on it too, which is nice. So yeah.
Okay, I don't get this. This thing is almost spotless. This is so weird. There's like no dust in here at all.
Just to let you know, I actually did replace those little plastic thingies with screws. So on this one.
Can you get those plastic things off without breaking them?
Good luck.
Yeah, that's why I'm not touching mine.
Just don't let Dana at him. Now, the bad thing about these 4-1s that the 5-1s don't have the issue with, or even the single processor 4-1, is that when you take the heatsink off, the CPU comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a bit annoying.
Yes. But
why does the heatsink actually hold the processor down?
yes, the heatsink does hold it down because there's no clips to hold it down.
Oh, yeah, that sucks. Who the hell designed that?
Well, it's a delided CPU too. So if you buy CPUs for this, you have to delid them. Although a lot of people tell you, oh, you don't have to delid them. You need to just put washers in there. But to be honest with you, I would prefer to delid them because then you actually have to break the little plastic piece that goes into your fan connector just to make it fit.
Eric is going to do a stream? What? Eric, just get in here. Clean your Mac Pro. If you don't have a Mac Pro, go buy one, come back, and then clean it.
AJ,
Yep.
that link is a P list.
Yeah.
I don't have OC installed already.
Okay.
Wow, this
So what
one
I
actually.
need is the installer for OpenCore. Where do I find that?
Hold on.
P-list you can find if you're an open core on the Mac Pro on Facebook group. Martin put it in there, I think, about a month.
Yeah, I'm in the group. I'm trying to find it.
If you do a search in the group for 0.8.0, one of the posts that will come up is when he released the package with all the right links in it.
Yep, either that or search his name, you'll see it come up.
I would send it to you, but Facebook on the phone sucks ass.
So Garth,
Okay, there it is.
is Garth there?
Yes.
Can you imagine my surprise when I saw that you did a live stream yesterday?
Yes. I can imagine it.
I have had to subscribe to your channel so that I get notifications.
I had to
I
say
did not
a
realize
few weeks
you
ago.
did live streams.
So yeah, that was actually my first one. I've been on a
Garth
few.
did a live stream?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know Garth had a channel.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got 400 subscribers.
I'm very big with the the videos from high school crowd. Yeah, I had a video I took in high school, like before I graduated, and I don't know what year it was, 2018 or 19. It just took off, and it's had anyway. I got a bunch of subscribers on that stupid thing. So, yeah, no, I put some other videos up too, actual relative to what we did and stuff. So, yeah, a few things, but yeah, I did my first live stream last night. It was kind of fun just to test out the waters and.
Well, thanks for letting us know.
It was all spur of the moment.
Not that anybody cares, but I'm streaming tomorrow.
We care.
What are you streaming?
Stuff.
Is it gonna have my jam?
Maybe.
All right, then maybe I'll show up.
So we should keep the thermal paste or use it, right? I've been keeping it in a little jar over here.
Yes, reuse it.
Good. Just add a little bit of water, right?
Yeah.
Baking soda is better.
Make sure you reuse it on a PC, though.
I want to use a little bit of olive oil.
Is Rudy coming back? Else somebody else could take his spot.
No, because his house is falling apart.
Oh, okay.
Look at that nice little
Okay.
CPU. Love it.
Not gonna
It's
focus,
definitely
is it?
crusty, I'll tell you that.
Nope, it's not.
Okay. I got the 0.8 zip and the P list also.
All right.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
X5698 or 90.
I closed it.
Ta-da! Clean.
Who's saying ta-da like they're done?
I'm done with one part of it.
Like, you can't be done. It's too soon.
Oh man.
That's okay. I was almost done permanently
Why?
because I forgot to put thermal paste on the damn thing.
Whoops.
Make this delicious copper block.
Retro Techie, no, I am not going to clean mine because it's already clean. I'm doing software updates.
He's upgrading from Lion to El Capitan.
About this Mac I sent to Jay was a Lion one. For lols.
I figured out how to get OS 9 working.
Yay! Let me know how you did that.
No.
I would love a chance to run OS 9 on a 12-core Mac Pro.
It would be the fastest freaking copy of OS 9.
You could run Photoshop so fast.
Can you imagine if you ran one of those unaccelerated games? They'd be like, boom, you're done. All right, there it is, the open core. All right, what do I do here? Read me.
Oh, stupid idiot.
Wait, hold on. Is this a stream specifically where we're all applying thermal paste to CPUs on camera on a stream?
Yes.
Isn't that like the thing you're not supposed to do?
If you're
Let's get the engagement that we all so desire so much.
We want controversy here.
I totally want people to go, you did it wrong, and just go on about it, you know?
Oh, God.
Hey, Rudy wants to know what kind of thermal paste we're all using.
Oh.
Hey, Joe.
Let's see. I have Arctic Silver 5.
Me
That's
too.
what I used last year. I always use that.
Yep, Arctic Silver. Yeah. Same
Not
here.
that it's focusing, because my camera doesn't really like doing that.
I'm using Colgate.
From Arctic?
Colgate. At
I
least it's
tested,
minty fresh. Huh?
Minty
I've
fresh.
tested other thermal paste before. Like this one here. This is the Thermal Grizzly Cryonaut, which
got this
is
stuff
on
today.
paper
Not sure if it's the right
a
stuff
lot
or-
better. But on a
Does
Mac
this work?
Pro, since it's so well cooled, it doesn't really matter.
Nice
Yeah, that'll work, Garth.
I've
Fresh
run out of
every single
thermal
time you use
paste,
it,
so
it
I'm
says.
going to use solder paste instead.
That works too.
Actually, I'm going to use my... I have both, actually. I think I have Jay's special. Yes, but I have not to
Bruce, I thought you were going to use Flux.
Yeah, may as well.
What about
So-
Noctua? Is this good?
Bruce, I noticed I was muted at the time, but here's those little springy things that you were talking about. I use M3 screws, but I use the same spring that came with them, and it works really well to hold the North Bridge down.
Looks like this is working, so I'm pretty freaking happy. This thing's been on my desk for bloody ages.
So, Jay, how many foot-pounds do we tighten the bolts down to?
25.
I got a bunch of freebies today. A couple of 2SIs, a couple of LC2s and LC.
Yeah, Bruce, we hate you. Just shut up.
Freebies.
Nice.
The 2SIs are going to require hours and hours of work, though, to get going.
Does any of it work, Bruce?
No.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
It's all good stuff for streams, though, right?
It's all that dust. Hey, Smirk, leave my CPU alone over there. Don't get no ideas.
Don't talk to me like that.
Dave's sitting there telling his cat not to do something. You know damn well the cat's going to do that thing.
Cat's like, oh, really?
That's
Cat's
Right.
like, screw
Pretty
you, I'm
graphics card that I
guard.
have in there. Yeah.
I was going to
It's
say
my
cats
house,
do what
and
the fuck
therefore
they
this is
want.
my Mac Pro.
There's my 1 terabyte spinner there, Garth.
Nice.
Right
You
there.
don't need any more than that. I mean, come on.
Hey, Dave, it's 2022. Do you think you want to get with the time?
Well, I do.
Slow down, Mike. All these new ideas you have. I mean, come on. Some of us aren't ready for you.
Well, I mean, I know Dave's old and everything, but Jesus Christ.
Hey, at least he's not running a SCSI drive in there.
That's true.
How shiny that is. You can almost see the camera in it.
Looks purty.
Hey, get your head out of there,
All right,
please.
I'm going to mute so I can lower this out.
What you building, Patrick?
I'm replacing the ROM chip on my backplane on my 5.1. I got one that's bad. Keeps out just flashing the power LED when it comes on. I switched the backplane. It works. So I'm putting back into 2012 with a new ROM chip. Going to give it a try.
Oh, there you go.
Since I have a programmer, but I have no idea how to program stuff like that. Alarm chips, yeah, I can program them all day. But these, no.
I'm going to say they're not really ROMs anymore. They're more just flash memory.
Yeah, that's true. What it is in my
Okay, guys, what's the consensus for putting paste on these? Do we spread it out? Do we put a blob?
I'm spreading mine.
Put the whole tube right in the middle and just let God sort it out.
Treat it like the same amount you would put on a toothbrush when you're brushing your teeth.
Right.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Now, my Mac Pro is currently in pieces, but if it wasn't, I would have some photos to show you of GT applying thermal paste.
I don't know, Garth. I think you need to.
Yeah, I think you need a little more than that.
A little bit more on there. Double it.
I love it. See?
You want it just like a sandwich, okay? Like when you put mayonnaise on a sandwich. If you don't have enough, it won't ooze out. There you go.
Yeah. I'm the only one actually repasting mine and making it work. Worse. Oh, great. Here we go. There you go. Pretty good.
I have no comment.
Hey man, the last like X number of CPUs I've repasted have been like 68 or 68040s, and actually, what the last? I mean, honestly,
Dave, Smirk is absolutely enamored with whatever you're doing.
Oh, I have her paintbrush.
Oh,
This is why I'm dusting it off. She takes off and runs through the house with it, and I have to find it. See, that's what she wants now. If I threw this on the floor, she'll go after it.
All right, Northbridge is done.
Cats, you gotta love them.
Yeah.
So hey, because I'm an idiot, what is this thing here then? Is this the Northbridge?
That's the Northbridge.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not taking it off because I do not have the rivets.
Don't touch it if you don't have anything to put in there because you'll break those plastic pegs
Now
off.
I use screws now for mine. I took mine out completely and use just regular screws. But I use the same springs that came with that little plastic rivet.
I don't know, man. Honestly, I think this. I don't know, man. I don't know how much this thing's even been used. Look at this. Actually, somebody wrote in the bottom 2010. This is actually a 2012 system, so they had swapped the board out. I think. Oh, hold on. Yeah.
That's not really a fair comparison, though, Eric. Yeah, you cannot flux Rossmann thermal paste. No, you can't do that. Thermal paste needs its own measurement. So how about we say do 0.2 GTs of thermal paste?
That sounds good. We go to my bar and do 2 GT.
But they'd have to go watch my stream to see how much that is.
All right, for reference, GT puts on a crap ton of.
Jay, check your texts.
Why? Why do you keep texting me?
You're going to enjoy it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Retro Tech, you did it.
I'm surprised Steve's not here. He has lots of Mac Pros. He have his choice of.
Steve's on vacation.
Vacation.
Oh, he is. Oh, okay.
Yes, he's with family.
Well, that's a good reason.
He's at the beach, but not at the beach.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means.
I mean, he's sending us pictures from the beach.
From the balcony of his hotel.
Balcony of his hotel. Like, well, that's living his life right there.
That's why I said he's at the beach, but not at the beach. All right. Now it's
He
time
knows
for
how
some
to live it up. So, Groody cannot get his internet going. So, if anyone else wants to join us, we got one spot free.
No, we got 2 actually. It's up to 10, so we only got 8 in here right now.
Yeah, but then the symmetry will be shot.
Exactly.
Jay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
What do I do?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I don't know. I've just got this thing on the table. What am I doing? I thought I
Unscrew
was
Oh,
this
you're
thing.
working on the Mac Pro now. Holy crap. Well, just toss the whole thing in your ultrasonic cleaner. You're good.
Hey. So I take it I undo
You made a
these
big
screws
one.
here?
Yeah. Wait, you never done this?
No.
Bruce doesn't
Yeah,
do
you
old,
have.
newer stuff.
Did I?
Anything,
Yeah.
anything in the 2000s, I don't think.
No,
Bruce has ever
I'm pretty
touched.
sure he's repasted his Mac Pro before.
Nope.
Yes, he has.
Do I just? They get harder as I turn. Is that normal?
Yeah, you kind of gotta crisscross him out.
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
Is yours a 5,1 or a 4,1, Bruce?
I sent through all the specs.
Well, I didn't read it, so.
All right. So how tight should I
This
tighten
is
this?
a 5,1. This is an original. This is actually a 2012. So this
Okay.
isn't. It's not a flash to anything. It's a genuine, real 2012.
Okay.
Wait, do I have Bruce's picture in here? I have 3 pictures. So I got my own. I got GT's.
Well, that's actually the one that I'm streaming on right now because I had already disconnected mine. The only difference is it's exactly the same except the graphics card is different.
And this is Garth's machine.
The 15G 22010 build.
Oh, he's got a 5870. Wow, he fancy.
All right. What now?
All right.
Is
It
it,
is.
okay, so it's good on one side, but the other side seems still attached.
So right now, Patrick is the only one that actually tore down the whole machine all the way to the backplane.
Yep. Yes.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I agree, Patrick. You should repaste your 7-1.
That's my cat.
I just did that. Put in a 28 core like 2 months ago.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
I'll do it again.
Nope.
We're providing content here. Come on.
Give me the
When
price.
you guys get RAM,
I'll tear it apart
you go for
again.
rip jaws.
What's happening?
Now, the difference between mine and I know a lot of these guys, since I had a 4,1, is that these are delidded CPUs, so it's the only difference.
Is it clipped on with something? I've undone all the screws and it's still hanging on from one side.
It's
Yeah,
because
the
of the fan.
fan
There you
connector.
go.
Ah,
Just pull
I
on
see.
it.
Just go brute force on.
That's it.
Starbuck, that's my cat.
Go Bruce Force.
Bruce Force.
Well, it's got a little fan in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
that's what the connector was holding it in with.
Yeah, I see that now.
Alright. Time for the thermal paste.
Oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
As bad or not as bad?
Not as bad.
I'll just be happy if I don't make mine worse.
And Jay, tell them too also that the spacers, a lot of people say don't reuse.
At this point, do whatever the hell you want, because
Yep.
if you break it, you're going to sell it to me at a discount. So I'm cool about it.
Not
He's
gonna
like,
happen.
oh no, it's broken. Well, you know, you can send it to me and I'll fix it.
Well, this is actually the one that I purchased for $50 in Arizona that Jay told me about. And I think Jay's been pissed ever since.
Yeah, but then I got one
Yeah,
for
he's
free.
got
So
lots of things though.
Now, work on my little drive. You guys are all about, oh, get your SCSI drives or whatever, the SAS or the future or whatever you guys are saying. Look at this. This is a SanDisk, SSD plus. You don't get any faster than SSD and then plus at 120 gigabyte capacity.
that does
Plus.
sound pretty fancy.
this thing screws into here somehow.
I'm gonna go get my blower. I'll be back in a second.
All right. So before I do this, you open core, folks. It's saying here in the README that legacy Wi-Fi support is very broken.
Yeah, you usually have to upgrade the card. I had to do mine, the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi
All right.
card.
Well, I'm not going to do that then.
What are you talking about? You're on Ethernet.
Not right now.
Yeah,
My
but
freaking
Ethernet,
switch
you're
quit
fine.
working.
There's Grudy.
If you're on Ethernet, you'll be fine.
My switch quit working, so I'm on Wi-Fi right now.
Yeah.
Well, then,
With the newer OSs.
So I'm not doing
I
this
had
now.
to use a really long cable.
so you're not upgrading OpenCore because you'll lose Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all I got right now. I have to get a new
Well, you,
switch.
you can pick up a 10-port switch for $5 tomorrow.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
Thank you, DJ Grace. It is a fancy mounting kit. I'm trying to go fancy on this with my 120 gig SSD plus drive.
So what I missed, guys?
Everything.
Nothing.
Everything
Hey,
we've done
Rudy,
so
what
far.
are you working on?
I am working on my 3,1 that runs 24/7 and hasn't been washed.
All right, try again once you point your face at the microphone.
I'm working on my 3,1 that hasn't been washed in like over 2 years. And it's growing hair.
Oh,
It's
kind of
got
like
more
you.
hair than you, right?
Yeah, it does.
And you're gonna blow all that out inside your house?
Of course he is. Come on.
Look at that hair. Isn't it delicious?
Oh my dear Lord!
You wonder why there's mold growing in your basement.
Somebody put that on full screen.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Oh, holy smokes! Oh, yes.
Wait, where's this camera?
I got it. I got it.
You need to take that outside and, like, burn
Dude,
it. Holy
that is
smokes.
criminal.
That's beyond
Show the inside.
in jail.
I'm
Is it
calling
just
Mac
running or
Pro.
something?
Show
Mac
the
Pro
inside.
Protective Services on you.
Really? What the hell? Wow.
Wow, that's a dirty machine.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Does that thing ever see any cleaning since the day it came off the assembly line or what?
Nope.
I mean, it literally looks like there's hair growing off of it. I mean, it's nasty.
Can you take some high-res photos before you clean that out?
Yeah.
Jay wants some new pictures for his blog.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't believe that thing actually worked.
A 1060 and a 3,1. That's funny.
Well, yeah, I didn't have much of a choice. It's my phone computer now.
Well, did you guys watch Action Retro's newest
I was
video
gonna say,
where he got
apparently you weren't watching
Yeah.
Sean's video today because he was putting that.
a 2060 in a G5?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
it worked, but he tried.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Just dust bunnies all through this thing.
Jay, you'll be happy to know that the temperature on mine dropped about 15 degrees.
Wow.
Wow.
So,
Not
it
bad.
seems to me that the general consensus is that if I attempt to remove these two plastic things to get access to the North Ridge,
Yes.
they will break. Is that correct?
Don't do it.
Possibly.
How sure are you?
High likelihood.
Just use needle nose pliers.
Okay.
Use some vice grip. They'll come out.
It's got literally chunks of dust on it.
I
I
got a
can't
whole
believe that
pack-
machine didn't melt down, Greg.
Really?
Oh, it's not that bad.
Not that bad. Jesus Christ. What the hell is that good about it?
Jiminy
Hey, at
Christmas.
least the bottom of this one's clean.
The sad thing is, I've run Mac Pros in auto mechanic shops for years and never had one look that bad.
Damn.
That says a lot.
It's literally raining dust in here.
Take a good whiff, Rudy.
You know what's going to happen is that it's going to freaking like become aware and all of a sudden just
Yeah,
Attack
I'm
Rudy.
alive.
Don't put your lips on it.
What the fuck are you doing in there?
It's a nice, healthy looking 1060.
Bruce, what are you drinking?
I'm not, it's too early.
What's that in front of your camera? Oh, that's Mike.
What?
Oh my
I do have
God.
a high-end video card in that thing.
Mike, what are you drinking?
Huh?
What's that a glass of in front of your camera?
Oh, coffee.
Okay.
Yes, Garth, we know you're fancy. You're sipping on that highly expensive white wine. Or is it
In a
champagne?
plastic cup.
Hell, I'm about to go to my bar and make a drink.
Just coffee for me.
I don't know what I want. Go to my bar in the morning.
Only the finest. Folgers coffee crystals. There you go.
Hey, I'll do you one better there, Dave. Mine's a K-Cup from Dollar General.
Guys, look at the filth in this thing.
I already did.
Starbucks like IPA for him.
I'll do some-
You know, the sad thing is I forgot to grab my tools.
Hey, Greg.
Yeah.
Is there a storm approaching your area?
Yeah.
My suggestion is set it outside and let it have the tornadic winds blow on it, a little rain. It'll be all nice and clean. Just let it dry and you'll be good.
Yeah, throw it outside. Throw it outside and let God sort it out.
Oh, that is bad.
Greg, my air conditioners look better than that, and they're full of cat hair.
Mine are full of dog hair. Look better than this.
I was gonna say, Mike, your Mac Pro looks better than his, and you got cat hair.
I'd never let mine get that bad.
Nope, never.
I clean the front of mine off I clean the front of my machine off like every 2 weeks.
Yep.
I don't think I can blow all this out.
Forgetting to put something in here. It'd run pretty damn good without memory, right?
Hey, Greg, I know this is probably a no, but do you own a vacuum cleaner?
It's actually not a bad idea.
Get a
This is the
microphone
guy
first.
that
Wait
had-
a second.
This is the guy that had a dedicated Mac Pro series on his YouTube channel, I must say.
Yeah, well, you know, this guy has not made a dedicated Mac Pro episode in like 3 or 4 years.
It's probably the same time you did that. The last time you cleaned that Mac Pro, right?
Yes, actually it was.
When was that, 2008?
I don't think I've ever cleaned the CPUs in this thing.
Lord.
Well, I envy you because getting those out are a pain.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they're easy.
The heat sinks on those?
Yeah. That's a 3-1. They're actually pretty easy.
Oh, is it? Because the 1,
Yeah,
one.
The 1,1's a bitch. The 3,1, that door comes right off, and then the heat sinks are right there.
I wonder what this fan looks like. I'm afraid to pull it out.
Come on, Grudy. Do it.
It looks kind of like a dyed tenacious earth on this thing.
I just watched Jay spread his paste out. Now I doubt my method greatly.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's screws in that.
Don't for a second
That's
think
all
that Jay knows what he's doing.
Nah, I think he doesn't.
It's a trick.
I don't remember how to take one of these.
We all
apart.
fall into it.
Oh, some people use their finger. What can I say?
Honestly, what this case needs is a powder casing. It has all sorts of steps and scrapes on it. Apparently, I'm all about making the computer look pretty and not usable.
So this graphics card, I actually traded a NVIDIA 1060 for this Mac flashed AMD 580. So it was a pretty good trade, I think. One of the guys on our Mac Yak Discord. So if you're not on Discord, go ahead and check it out, man. It does. Our buy sell trade does work pretty good.
Yeah, there's some deals to be had.
Yes, I actually put out there that anybody wanted to trade, and he was like, "Yeah, I got this card. I'll trade you for it." I was like, "Okay," and he sent it to me first, which was kind of unusual, but hey.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust
Oh,
you to do that.
there is still trust
Right.
in the world.
Yeah.
And if anybody ever wonders what this is actually the Pixelus mod I did years ago. Thanks to Jay's website.
Yep, did the same.
See, I'm good for something once in a while.
No.
No, never.
But I'm gonna tell you what, doing the Pixelus mod makes it look cleaner, I think, than
really
having
does.
the little ones come off the back plane. Well, I am actually done on this one, so I'm going to boot it up and see what the temperatures are.
What's an NVRAM reset? Is that the same as a PRAM reset?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got to get these on the other computer.
Nope.
What?
I can't do that.
Okay. Now I just got to find some screws for my drive sled here. I had them all in a nice little bag, but I think they migrated to the jar here. So I got to hunt them up.
Holy crap! Greg has a vacuum cleaner. I'm impressed,
He does?
and it works.
Wow.
I think he needs an air compressor.
Probably hasn't been turned on in 4 years.
No, he needs a leaf blower. Screw the air compressor. We're up to leaf blower time. Garth, you're muted. Jerk.
Hey, the front end looks like it's new again. Huh?
I'm impressed your
I
vacuum
don't know what
cleaner
the
works,
inside
Greg.
is.
Maybe.
What?
Yeah, I took it down.
My Arctic silver comes from the
She,
Arctic.
we found a nice shelf for it.
It's the
But there was
Arctic.
more. There was about 4 different patterns of that stuff in there.
From
was
the
all same
Arctic.
stuff, so. But it's all sorted you know, and stuff. But she said just put 75 on it, take it all. So,
Yeah. Look at this boat.
yeah, and then the other stuff. She said that she was because I was there just a little before they were getting ready to close, and they got all these help. with
Dave,
it.
you're not muted.
I thought they were busy. She said they weren't that busy today, but they looked busy.
Dave.
But anyway, she said she was.
Oh, he's not talking to us? I can't understand what
No,
you're saying.
he's talking to someone on the phone.
Oh, I thought he was talking to us. It's like,
No, I think he's talking
He's
to his
actually
wife.
muted, but he's got another open audio, so.
No, I just muted him.
Oh, thank you. I love. Damn,
Like, what the hell
he's
did
got
you
some
just say to
awesome
me?
framing there. Honestly, that's some good.
It's like a
framing.
regular
You
boat,
really
but
see
it's
all
on
that. I
land.
want to watch him like vacuum this horribleness out of it. Well, thank you, David.
all right, I'm doing my 3 NVRAM resets.
All right. Repasted. Why are you doing 3 resets?
Because it says to.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still doing open core.
Well, I'm going to try, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to come kill you.
After you
Ah,
Yeah, you saw that.
I did see that.
So when I install my 2 drives back in, should I put the 2 terabyte hard drive in as the main drive, and then the 120 as my separate drive? What do you guys think?
When you say main drive, do you mean bay 1 or 2?
Gosh,
No, he's just being an idiot.
I'm sorry. Mike's right. No, I mean the boot drive. I'll boot off the 120, I guess.
No. Use the spinner. Faster.
You're right. Maybe I should. You're completely right. I'm going to use this one for my iTunes library.
God.
Don't forget after you do the pre and reset, Dana, you got to also go back in the terminal and turn back off your secure boot utility. It's got to be turned off.
Okay.
Otherwise, it won't go into open for. It'll give you an error.
Yes, Retro Techie, I am done.
I will probably need somebody to tell me how to do that.
I get very nervous when my computer is not running.
Easy enough.
You're not done, Mike. You still have to repaste your graphics card.
Dude, my graphics card's only a year old.
Yeah, but you got 50 cats.
I don't care. I'm not touching it. It's still under warranty for another 2 years. When it's out of warranty, then I'll worry about repasting it.
That's the first thing I did when I pulled it out of the box, is I tore it apart and repasted it.
Yeah. Not me. I'm not touching it because if anything
All right,
goes
so
wrong,
now
I
what?
don't want any crap.
So I'm supposed to use little bolts or something, am I? Oh shit, they're inside the house.
Yeah, that was my
It's
chime.
my phone.
All right, time to put this sucker back together.
Well, I would pull the whole thing out, but it's a nightmare back there to try to disconnect that
Yeah,
thing.
one more chime.
Here we go.
Yeah, David. No, my computer doesn't look anything like Greg's either. Mine wasn't even remotely close to looking like his. Something tells me he has that thing in a very humid area.
In the basement.
Actually, this thing has a lot of screws on it. I don't know if I want to.
Come on, baby.
Nah, I'm going to leave the card alone.
There she goes. All right.
All right. Since Dana's just going to keep texting me, I'll put my phone in front of me with his message up front.
That was like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. I'm leaving it open now so I can see your text.
All right. I just did the 3 RAM, NVRAM resets.
Yep.
Now
Now
I'm
you
waiting
want to
for
go
it
into
to start back
recovery
up.
mode.
What?
Command R. You want to reboot and go into recovery mode. Command R and then launch terminal when you're in.
Oh, shit. It's already booting.
Yeah, that's all right. You can shut it down and start over again, and then hold down Command and R and go in recovery.
I don't even know if it has a recovery partition.
Well, if you have an installer, you can put that in too. A USB installer or something you can do off USB port.
We'll find out.
So, Jay, Zodium has a valid question that I can't answer. Would you care to answer that question for him?
Ta-da!
I think it has to do. I think it has to do with something that he said when he was drunk.
Would disk utility show if I have a recovery partition or no?
Should.
Yeah, you should.
No, it won't.
Depending on what version. I know the newer versions, they're breaking a lot of it. Taking
No,
things-
recovery partitions do not show up in disk utility.
Really?
All right.
They
Well,
will show up in terminal though.
So I want to tell you guys, seriously, you have no idea. I mean, I learned at the end of my time at Apple to just give up about many things. And I tried really freaking hard. I wrote bugs against frickin' disk utility. And they were just ignored. And the best part about it is you'd write a bug, it'd go over into another component in Radar, and you just wouldn't see it anymore. And you're like, okay, what's happening to that? And you try to contact the component owner and say, can I have visibility of that bug? Because this is really important to me. And like, I don't know, what's your credentials and yada, yada, yada. And yeah, and
Wow.
it is a steaming pile of...
It's like the fact that I'm asking you about it should tell you enough about my credentials.
Hey,
All right.
Garth, this is a dumb question, but when did you leave?
In 2019.
Oh, whoa. Okay, wow. I didn't know it was that recent.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike? What do I put in terminal to show my volumes?
I don't know. Why don't you ask Garth? He's the Apple freak.
I don't know.
Well, you're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to do a super user do.
Yep.
So I just did ran Cinebench on it just to run all the CPUs at once and max them out. The CPUs are basically 52 and 50, and then the north bridge is about 55 degrees.
That's not bad.
No, running good. It's still running Cinebench, so it does it for about 10 minutes.
Oh, it's real easy, Dana. Just type disk util space list. And that should show you everything that's there, even the recovery partitions.
All right, I'm already restarting. Command R.
Yep. And booting up. Yep. Before the chime. Or at the chime, I mean. That should get some recovery if you have a recovery partition.
Grudy, that is some nasty dust in those heat sinks.
See, Greg, I told you those are easy to get apart.
Yeah, but I mean, just looking at the top part of it, you could see how the.
Oh, I don't even want to know what the front of the heat sinks.
I do those.
I've never actually repasted these CPUs before.
Yeah, so they are
Yeah, this should be
probably.
interesting.
Oh yeah, petrified.
Did you run a temp check before?
Yeah, it runs really cool. Believe it or not.
Oh, I find that very hard
I mean, it
to
runs like probably 20 degrees hotter.
It probably also was turned off at that time.
This is like a Grudy intervention.
It ran
Well, this
it was
thing runs.
100 Celsius.
This is my main holding system, so it runs at 100% max on both CPU and GPU all the time. And it still runs at decent temperatures.
What's decent?
100 Celsius.
Hey, Grudy, can you do a quick check and see which microphone you have selected? Because I think it's on the other side of the house.
Yeah, it's on the camera that you're looking at right now. That's what I'm screaming at.
Well, why don't you switch it to your earpods?
Because the earpods audio is worse.
Can't be worse.
Greg,
than
I don't think you could get any worse than you have now. I mean, come on, for Christ's sakes, I'm using a SingStar microphone for crying out loud.
Let's see what Bruce is
Be
doing
right back.
here.
I need a drink for a minute.
Oh, is Bruce actually gonna? Did he take the North Bridge off?
We did.
Ah. Did you are reusing the springs off of it, right, Bruce?
He's muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
I'm now replacing them with screws, but the problem I have is I don't really have screws of an ideal length. But you know,
As long as they will go in there and
Oh my gosh. I know exactly what that was.
Patrick, I've been holding Command R for like 5 minutes and my screen is still black.
Then you may not have a recovery partition.
Or not booting.
you are using the
Or your
springs, though,
computer's
right,
turned
Bruce?
off.
You can also just go in option, go to OS Picker. You can see something.
They don't have a boot
You have a
screen.
GPU that actually lights up EF5.
I don't
No,
have a
but
boot screen.
Even if you choose option, you should still see the boot picker.
Yeah.
that it broke.
Hey, Dana,
What?
can you walk me through your install of OpenCore?
On Text or what?
Or here.
Well, I tried to boot to the recovery and it's just got a black screen, so I'm going to reboot it.
But how did you put OpenCore on? Did you go? Did
I
you
haven't
select it?
yet.
Oh, you haven't. So what are you trying to do? I mean, what operating system do you have on it?
Mojave.
Yeah, it's very possible you don't have a recovery partition.
Yeah, I'm guessing not. So let me reboot it here.
So Jay, is it possible to create one after the operating system is installed?
It used to be. There used to be a very handy utility that did it for you.
Okay, so here's what I'm trying to do. I have Mojave running on this system, no OpenCore. I want to put OpenCore on the existing system and then do a clean install of Big Sur.
All right. So right now you're trying to disable SIP?
Yeah, I'm going to have to... I'm rebooting now so that I can... you have to boot recovery to do that, right?
Yeah.
So how do you do that without a recovery drive?
Well, just first of all, just boot it with the option key held down. See what drives show up.
Now, can he do that with a installer, and then get the terminal that way, and then do it?
Yes, you can do that through recovery.
Yeah, you can do it that way too.
Yeah, just do an installer flash drive and run that, and then get in a terminal, and then you could disable SIP that way.
Yep.
How do I build the install drive?
Well, did you
do that in terminal and download the installer and all that?
You just download a copy of Mojave and write it to a USB drive.
Yeah.
I'm not installing Mojave. I'm installing...
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Installing.
But Mojave will run natively.
For Christ's sake.
Oh, I got you.
You just need to boot into something so you can get an Apple menu and go into the terminal.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
That's all you need. But you can't do it while the full-fledged operating system's loaded.
Right. Why you got to be in recovery.
Dana, do you have the Mojave installer?
Hang on. I have yours.
All right, I'm putting a link in the chat, and I'll put it in the public chat so anyone can see it if it might come in handy.
What was the terminal command for seeing volumes?
Disk util list.
Disk util space list.
Yep, space. Okay.
Guys, I will be right back. I need to reboot this machine because none of my apps are working for some reason. So, I'll be right back.
All right.
Anybody want to make any bets on how many Band-Aids Grudy's going to need tonight?
At least one.
Yeah, I do have a recovery.
You do?
Yeah.
Good. Then you can just Command R right into it.
That's what I tried.
Drilling
Just-
holes in it.
It stayed black. Screen stayed black when I did that.
Are you trying to use a Bluetooth keyboard by chance?
No.
Your
weird.
GPU ain't flashed, is it? Your GPU ain't flashed. You're going to get a black screen. You may have to hold it for a while. Sometimes it can take a minute in the airport.
I'm trying to remember. I remember it took a while for mine to boot up.
Yeah, it could take a few minutes.
Yep.
I think mine almost takes 10 minutes.
It's getting there. I've come up with one little problem though. With no tools, you can't get this thing to a fight. At least do some wipe down and clean this later if anything.
So what? You're not going to take the heat sinks out?
What's this magnet for?
That's what holds the cover on, you stork.
Oh, right.
It goes on the metal cover. They come off all the time.
I've never actually used the magnet before.
Nice.
My other system didn't come with it. Okay, fix that dust here.
Greg, this is why you can't have nice things.
Oh, the thing's still running.
All right, I'm holding Command R for the next 7 hours.
I would just hold it for about 10 seconds, but give it about 5 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes it can take that long.
Especially since
It does
you don't
take
have,
this machine a long time to boot, so
since you don't have a Mac video card in it. It won't show the progress of the
Exactly.
recovery boot. I forgot about that. I forgot mine took. I think mine takes like 5 to 8 minutes.
Once you start booting, you don't need to keep holding Command R though, right?
What's that?
Once it starts booting, you don't need to keep holding Command R.
That's why I told him just hold it down for like 30 seconds.
Right.
Well, I got the weirdest message when I was rebooting it. I couldn't get it to reboot, so I had to actually hard reboot it. It said hash mismatch, need to reinstall Mac OS. Anybody ever see that message before?
I have,
No.
but I don't remember what it was. That happened to me once, and I forgot.
Because I couldn't open up Safari, I couldn't open messages, I couldn't open up mail. None of the Apple apps would open up. The only thing that was working was Firefox, which I'm using right now.
That's a weird one.
Yeah. But
Sounds like you
now-
need to do a Google search.
Yeah, well, I have to wait for it to come back up again. I didn't quite. I should have done a screen capture of it, but I forgot to.
Hey Dave, my Mac Pro came right up first time, and it's running 15 degrees cooler than it was.
Wow, yeah, Retro Techie. Retro Techie wants to know what's going on there with Dave. It looks like Dave's got his whole screw collection out there.
Northbridge, I think.
all right. So my screen flickered a little bit, so I assume it's booting. I'm gonna go walk away
yeah,
for a
it should
minute.
be. It's flickering, yep.
I'm looking for. I cannot find the screws to go into.
Dave's
the SSD.
screws are loose.
He's got a few screws.
Yeah, there's a few of them, but
I'll be back in a minute.
That's. I'm going through my pile here to find one to go in there. While Smirky's not bothering me, she's on the other side of the Mac Pro, minding her own business. Otherwise, she'll be here scattering my stuff all over the floor.
Your kitty will see an opportunity there soon enough, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. She's good with that. Now, I used to have bags and bags of these screws for these sleds, and darn, I can't find it. So I'm doing it the hard way here.
Yeah, I have a whole little bin of screws like that. I have to dig through periodically. Find the right
Yeah.
screw.
I was going to say some of those look way too big.
Yeah, they are. Well, these are off of, these screws are sorted. They're off of old iBooks. They're off of PCs. They're off of G3s and polycarbonate MacBooks, and Lord knows what else. And anyway, and no Retro Techie. These are not from that lady's MacBook. So. No.
Dave, I hate to say it, but I think you got screwed.
Yeah, kind of feels that way, Mike. Didn't feel good either.
We don't need to know what you do in your free time.
Let's see. This is just one. I have one that's like another one of these that's totally full of different assorted screws.
I'll be right back.
Real tiny little
Right.
cover screws for the aluminum MacBooks. Gotta be on there.
I'm gonna restore Lobo Goat.
How's everybody doing in their project so far?
Oh, I'm done.
Getting there.
I'm on the install stage.
Mine's all cleaned up. I'm just gonna get this SSD in there and put a system on it.
I mean, I've already tested temperatures, everything. I mean, I'm running it around 50 degrees, running full on full CPUs, all 24 threads, and the North Bridge is actually running a lot cooler than it was before because it's running at 55. Before it was running around 65, 70.
Nice. Unless I take this thing next door, I can't really do a whole lot with it. So I got all the best I could out of it. And it's actually the inside of it's blue again, not brownish gray.
So Bruce, Retro Techie says you promised him hit your cMP if you break it.
Wow. Interesting.
Yep.
But he's got to pay for shipping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Joke's on him.
Yeah, he won't want it if he has to pay for the shipping.
Rudy, why aren't you taking those CPU heat sinks out?
Because I don't have my tools on there.
Where are they?
Still packed. It
still looks like it's dusty in there. Why aren't you cleaning it?
I'm going to have to make a video of me cleaning it, I think.
That's what this is for.
This is that video.
This is that video.
Well, it's a little hard to do it when you don't have any tools. It's cleaner than it was. Should be good for another year now.
Did you even take? You didn't take the heat sinks out, did you?
No, I couldn't.
Did you blow them out?
Did you blow them out?
Oh, there's so much stuff that collects in that front little bay area.
Yeah. Did you blow the heat sinks out?
Yep. I'll do that in the video. It should be an interesting.
No, he hasn't done
that.
No, that's a big fat no.
Is somebody sharpening a sword or something? What the hell is that noise?
So it's me putting the frickin' heat sinks on.
100%, Mike.
Sorry.
Here, we'll watch Bruce for a little bit. Wait, why do we have a little instead of Bruce and a Bruce?
Because we need to see Bruce's face.
That's me sharpening a sword.
Retro Tech, if he was underwater cleaning his pro would be clean.
It's true.
Who, Grudy? No, come on now.
Oh my God!
Let's see what Dana's doing here. Oh, no, this is Garth. What is Garth doing?
Guys, you're running LCAP on there?
Of course they am. What else would they run?
Is that what is that, 5,1?
Yes.
It's a what?
I have to step away for 10 minutes. I will be right back.
All right, see you more, man.
Damn it.
What?
I decided if I had to restore a disk image, which I know probably won't work because it didn't work. I think last time I tried it, or if I should just do a install. I'm gonna try a disk image.
Isn't that a 5,1?
Remember, this is the version of disk utility that you can't resize the window, which I wrote a bug for, which like, yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. Who resizes the windows so they can see it all?
But isn't that a 5,1?
It's a 5,1.
So why aren't you running at least Mojave on it?
Because I do not have a metal GPU.
Ah, okay.
Installed.
Forgot about that.
Literally, it's funny because by the time I got this, I told you I got it right when shutdown was happening, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna look for a good deal on an RX, 580 or something, right? Nice 8 AMD card, and then everything went,
Yeah, 580s cost like the same price. They actually were about triple of what they were brand new.
Right. So
yeah,
Jay, go test this.
Jay and I were lucky. We got ours right before the fucking prices shot up.
Yep.
I paid like $185 for mine.
Well, I bought my 5700 XT for way less than what they're selling for now and used. I mean, although now the price of graphics cards are coming back down because two different things. One, there's actually starting to have a supply of them again. And two, the miners are not actually using them as much anymore.
Bitcoin world, crypto just took a big nosedive.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying there's a lot of miners out there trying to dump their GPUs now. If you look on Facebook Marketplace, you'll see them all over the place.
Yeah, but I would never buy one of them.
No.
Oh, I love the name for your 2 terabyte hard drive there, Garth. That's awesome.
Kappa Man stand?
No, FUBAR.
FUBAR. That's my hard drive. You want me to start that one? Do I install the SSD or the hard drive?
No, I just said I like the name of it.
All right, you're right. You're right, Mike. I'll do the hard drive.
So Garth, he said RX 580s are like 150 on eBay right
Who has
now.
$150 just to blow out an RX 580 nowadays? With this
Yeah, I gotta buy
economy?
gas.
Yeah, that's true. That's a tank of gas nowadays.
That's an LC475. Are you crazy?
There was a guy selling an LC3 at the swap meet today for $80.
That's an overpriced LC475. Look how fast it's going on the spinning hard drive. You guys are all doubters. Come on.
Hey, I have 3 spinners in my cMP.
I still run spinners in all of mine.
But it's for my Plex drive mainly, and my data, my backup and stuff. So I have
Yeah.
12 terabytes just in the cMP and spinners.
I use spinners for my time machine and storage drive, but the startup drive is an SSD.
Yep, same here. I have
All right,
1
so this-
terabyte. So I got 15 terabytes total.
Dana.
Yeah.
Quadra 605. She knows.
Oh yeah. Other Dana.
The other Dana, not the Dana that does stuff. The Dana that makes stuff.
Photoshop
Speaking
stuff.
of which, there's actually another channel I watch, Dana. His name is Dawood Does Tech Stuff. That's the name of his channel.
That's cool.
And he actually has
He's
a
got
whole
really
lot of...
cool sounding accent.
He's Canadian. I think he's from England, but Canadian. But he's from Canada.
Oh,
It's
my screen's just
strange,
flickered
yeah.
again.
Filthy Canadians.
He's actually got a pretty good channel. I actually watch a lot of stuff because he does some weird
I do
stuff.
too.
Like he goes in there and takes a PC and he actually will mutilate it just to see how bad it'll run. And then he goes to like Best Buy and buys the crappiest gaming PC just to test it.
I want to see that retro techie.
2 blue scuzzies in his Mac Pro.
In Raid.
In Raid. So my screen's just flickered again, but I still haven't seen any picture yet.
Hell, what did you do to it?
I booted in recovery mode.
Why?
Oh my god.
My eventual goal for this system, honestly, is going to be putting some sort of metal GPU in that I can get for a relatively decent price for a computer that I'm going to only use once in a blue mode, and then just load Mojave on it. And this is literally the last OS I worked on, and I want to run nice, strong Mojave on it. Ideally, I want to put a dual CPU tray in it too, but.
Cars, I found that
like
you
this
really
one.
don't. I hate to say it, but you really don't need a dual CPU for most of the on a Mac Pro, on the older Mac
Plus,
Pro.
this is that nice what is it? What is it? 6870 12-core one. So
I just noticed we had Dana Siberia on here.
Yeah. You've been there a while.
I just started paying attention to the chat, so.
Hold on a minute.
Look.
I got.
It's Joe.
Okay, get mine all back together.
They're still winning dirt out.
Cat butt.
Cat,
Cat
yeah, I was
butt.
gonna say cat butt.
Oh no! No more cat butt.
Now we're seeing.
Nice speakers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just cleaned all that.
Well, you cleaned it again.
Hey, at least you cleaned the front of it.
I love how this thing just.
Grudy, if you didn't have a Mac that did something weird, it wouldn't be you.
Yeah, this thing came to me shipped yet too. I never had luck with these things that were shipped to me.
I'm having a hard time believing that you're running a 1060 in there.
Well, it's actually running Windows.
Ah, okay.
I have High Sierra and Mojave on it, but of course I can't boot into Mojave with it, and the boot camp manager is not working with High Sierra right now, or Windows, so I can't actually switch a cat. So it's a dedicated Windows system for now.
So how's yours, Bruce?
Well, it works.
That's a plus.
Well, it probably would have been a good idea for me to check the temperature before I did this. to have something to compare it with. But at a glance, it looks pretty good. But I'm going to give it some hard stuff to do.
I'll say mine's running at 42 right now,
Yeah, let me go see what mine idle is running here. Hold on.
which is about 10 degrees lower than normal.
So CPU A, which bit should I be reading? I've got heatsink relative to proc hoc T diode.
You don't want that.
So if it's heatsink.
X58 IOH diode.
Sorry, what?
The X58 IOH diode.
That's the North Bridge.
Okay, so
That's-
the North Bridge,
That's the hottest thing in the system.
the North Bridge T diode is 57,
That's about good, 'cause mine's at 58.
Yeah.
and the T diode CPU B is 46. CPU A is 52.
Is that running load on it?
No, not at the moment, but it will.
Okay,
now
see,
my
mine's at
heat-
33 and 37.
My heatsink used to set up near 100, I think, from memory, so probably not bad.
Why are we showing the, what do you call it? What's her name? The one that,
Got in a large amount of strife.
oh no, she did that. I can't remember the name. That medical device that was supposed to test blood.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
CEO of Theranos.
Yeah, so basically got in a great deal of strife because
She breaks into my
the,
screen a lot. I'm sorry.
the,
There's nothing I can do about it.
because she defrauded a whole bunch of people.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I don't know what's going on with this section. That's probably pretty bad, but I have nothing to get into it with right now.
It is bad. Trust me. One of the systems I took apart, actually, because I took apart an older one like that, and it was just horrible. And I was like, "Whoa!" Couldn't believe how bad it was.
So Patrick,
Well,
how's
from
yours
what I
coming
can
along?
see, it's
Oh,
down
good.
here.
Just was
It's,
fighting the
it's really
Bluetooth card,
bad.
them little connectors for the antennas. They're a mother.
Oh yeah, I hate those
Fight to
things.
get them on, try to get it down, and it's off. Then I take it apart again. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. Ready to throw the Bluetooth card out the door.
Well, if you're running anything past Mojave with OpenCore, the Bluetooth, if you got the original in it, won't even. Don't
No,
even
I got a
bother
new
working.
model. I did it
Did you?
years back. Yeah. Mine's a 4.2. My card is the Bluetooth
Okay.
version. Which Apple has their way. That will probably be obsolete soon.
Well, I think, to be honest with you, I think, this is the last version we're going to be able to run on anything.
Yep. That's exactly where I went to the 7.1. I was like, well, getting slow. There's issues all the time trying to keep it going. I was like, forget it.
What's that app?
Well, you took that thing way down. Part,
Yeah, I had it
didn't you?
down to just in case. That's it. Putting everything back now.
I'll be right back.
Bless you.
What's that thing called?
The what thing?
That thing that does the benchmarking and stuff.
Oh, Cinebench.
Venture.
Cinebench. That's the one. I couldn't think of the name of it to save my life.
Yeah, that'll run all your CPUs maxed out, or all your threads maxed out.
I'm just running Geekbench at the moment, but that's barely ticking
Yeah.
over for that.
Geekbench won't run your full throttle for very long.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Grudy talking to?
Who knows? It's safer not to ask.
I'm talking to my girlfriend.
I'm muting you.
I already did. I just. Every time muted, I think Dana was unmuting.
Yeah, this isn't working.
All right, Dana, before you do anything, if you can, get a install of Mojave or something
Yep.
and try to boot from it.
Yep. Do a USB installer if you got one.
Maybe. I gotta reboot this again.
Speaking of which, you only have one hard drive in there you're booting off of right now?
There's only one that has an OS.
Okay, pull all the rest of them out right now.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, pull all of them except for the boot drive.
That means no, I'm not in a position where I can do that.
What was that?
Whoops.
What OS do you have on there, Dave?
What's that?
Mojave? Is that Mojave?
Yeah, on the spinner, yeah.
Mojave.
David goes, it's time for Linux there for your computer, Dana.
Yeah.
Get with Action Retro. He'll help you out.
Okay, sensors to show in menu bar. What the? What? Sensors.
Retro Chrome OS. I will never let touch anything I own.
No, I don't touch Chrome at all. No thanks.
I don't even run Chrome browser on anything I own.
Nope. There was a time, not anymore. Safari, Firefox, or nothing.
Exactly. Linux is actually, a lot of people do run Linux as their main system there, Starbucks. So that's not a problem. In fact, they make a lot of apps now. You run OpenOffice and it works really well.
Yeah.
And they make very good web servers. That's a cool thing about Linux. So if you want to run your own web server, that's probably the best operating system to actually use to do it. I actually used to run Linux constantly when I had some ham radio stuff that I did for APRS, and running Linux was the best solution for that at the time. The cool thing about Linux too is that if you could find a good app that you want to use that's out there and you get the source code, a lot of times you can actually compile it to work on a Mac. I've done that before. It's not easy, but you can do it.
What version of Cinebench do you download so you can for these older Macs? Can you run the most current version?
23, I believe.
Yeah, 23 will run on anything.
2000.
Yeah, you're running what, a 2009, right?
10.
Oh yeah,
2010.
yeah, R23, R23.
It will run it.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting at the moment with underload 70 for CPU A, 61 for CPU B, and 64 for Northbridge.
Ooh, that's a little high.
Is it?
Mine was only running about 50s under load. Now, granted, I actually have my fan curve different. I'm not using the Apple stock fan curve,
Yeah,
so
I'm just using the stock fan curve.
that's probably what it is. I actually have my fans kick up sooner than what Apple would have them do. Because I
It's
run,
definitely lower than it was though. I underload this thing was definitely getting up around the 100. So that's 30 to 40 degree drop.
That is good, yeah. If it hits 100, that means it's starting to throttle. You use TCP, right? Or TC Pro, right?
What's that?
It's the app that controls your fans. It's a fan controller.
TG Pro.
Or TG Pro, sorry.
No. I use iStat menus, which I think has controls over the fans, but
Yeah, it does.
but I as I say I don't really bother.
Oh, I do. I have so many rules set up on mine for each different fan has 5 rules on each fan. So I have it set to where if the temperature gets at a certain temperature, the fan starts ramping up. And I think I have it set as the max is 80. So once it gets to 80, my fans are full blast.
I don't know, man. I think I should install an SSD. It's slow to boot. Why?
That's a spinner for you.
No, my goodness.
Yep.
Is that a brand new install or?
Yeah.
If it's a brand new install, it's probably still loading up and everything. So I think that's the first load. It'll take forever. Hey, you got volume control.
Okay.
Speaking of which, Starbuck, how's that MacBook Pro working?
The password, of course, is 1D24. 1D24.
Well, Dana, running renders on a 2,1, those things, the memory would get so hot. That's the reason why they put those heat sinks on the memory modules. Yeah, what year was that? I forget which one that was, Starbuck.
Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. All right, time to go down and do some more repair.
So you're out of here?
I'll read you. I'm going to go get myself a couple of pieces of toast because I haven't had breakfast.
Ah, gotcha.
And I'm going to head down to the workshop and I'm going to start working on some vintage stuff. Because this is now working beautifully.
Yeah, mine's working perfect too. I mean, of course, when I put it back over there, I forgot a couple of things. I forgot to put the little bracket back in, so I was going to push in some USB connectors, and the card moved, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot to put the little bracket in. Then I went to go boot it up, and I get the question mark folder, and I'm like, I forgot to put the hard drives in. So yeah, luckily I have that, like I said, that 580 is Mac flashed. Otherwise, I would have never seen the flashing question mark. So Thomas is asking you, Bruce, are you suffering from the energy problems down there?
No. So it's a very long story, but basically they have been able to kind of come to a. At the moment, it's been a threat of an energy problem. It hasn't actually eventuated into an energy problem. And it's looking like, for the moment, they will be able to avoid any issues. But it's essentially just we're dealing with a kind of a 10 years of neglect of our sort of energy generation system here in this country. So,
What are you talking about?
Thomas just asked a question about whether I've been affected by the energy problems down here. And I was just sort of saying that no, that hasn't affected me. And
You've never heard Bruce fart. No lack of energy there.
What have I done?
Nothing.
Oh, I get it. Sorry.
Well, he's
You
a
saw
little
that.
slow. He's a little slow.
So anyhow, I'm going to go get something to eat. I will then rejoin down to the workshop, and I will be continuing some other repairs. So, yay. See you soon.
Hey, mate.
I'll just press
No,
this
I
end
need something.
broadcast button.
It's in
Don't
the bit, Bruce.
No, don't hit in broadcast. Now we know who did it last.
Do we?
That's a good question.
Hey,
All I know
Jay.
is like it was Jay.
How big, Jay? How big of a thumb drive do I need?
I'd say at least 8 gigs.
Okay.
Oh,
I got
no.
an-
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're doing Mojave. I was going to say you're
Yeah, I
doing
got an
Mojave.
8 gig here.
A 16.
All right.
I
So
was
which
16, but it's got a music backup on it, so I don't want to use it yet.
Gotta be empty.
So guys,
which is the right little tool or app that I should download to check my temps?
TG Pro
TG Pro.
Yeah.
for the fan. Yep.
I actually have a thing for that.
Oh, this is the LCAP installer.
Yeah, that
the
was it.
system's booting up. It still works. It's quieter than it was. Doesn't sound like the fans are full of 1,000 pounds worth of dust. What the hell is that?
I think his computer just blew up from all the dirt. Come on.
Let's see.
All right. Putting my stuff back together.
Wait for my Cinebench to get done downloading. I'd be curious to see how hot this thing gets. Got yours all back together, Mike?
Yeah, I'm using it now.
Okay, cool.
Show off.
Okay, Mike. So X58 IOH diode is at 58 degrees.
It's not too horrible.
I just did an install. I was, mind you, but I didn't actually replace that. But yeah, the CPU is at 41 now.
Recognize
That's
this, Mike?
Yeah, I've got one of those.
They rule.
Except mine has 2 drives on it, Jay.
Yeah, the other half of mine is in the box because I only use one. So I
Oh,
figured,
you just don't have the extension on it. Okay.
yeah,
I thought you had a model that only took 1 drive.
no.
Yeah, it was pretty ideal for me because I had 2 SSDs in mine.
Oh, crap.
And I got one of these too. This is a I think not even a $10 adapter that takes MacBook Air drives.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they are really awesome.
Jay,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna play.
did you create a Virgin install image for Mojave?
Nope, Mojave doesn't like to be imaged. Mojave and Newer doesn't like to be imaged.
That would explain why I don't have one. Okay, so I need to use this.
Ugh.
Nice.
I was going to say, somebody just booted up an Apple II.
Yep, I did.
What?
It was perfect timing. It was perfect timing because you heard a cat meow right after the drive through. Well, he booted up an Apple II cat.
Oh, see, we beat up or blow up.
138.
We're gonna play some Pac-Man on my Apple II
What?
2C.
So apparently I need an upgraded boot ROM The fuck is that?
Yeah, if you haven't updated in a while, you got to start from, I think it's.
Yeah, my boot ROM is 138, and it
Yep.
says I need
Oh, yeah, you need to
144.
Yeah, you got to be to
144.
144. Yep.
So you need a High Sierra.
Wait, how did you install Mojave on there without doing the firmware upgrade?
That's probably why he's not able to boot it.
Exactly.
Here, look, I'm right here. Boot ROM version 138.
How can you tell? Oh, so Joe is reading the Apple 2GS firmware source code to try to figure out where his 2GS is failing in boot. How are you telling? Are you looking serial output or something? I'm curious. Because if you have that working, I'm actually impressed. Damn impressed.
All right.
David, it's a bunny bun. Vector pull pin. Go apply butt rubs. Good luck in your butt rubs, Dan. Your 6-month-old bun. Clean and upgrade your X-serves. That's one system in our own is an X-serve. I kind of know better.
I've had one, but I got rid of them. I still have the X-serve RAID though. I actually have that one connected to this Mac Pro that I'm running StreamYard off right now.
Oh, I get it, Joe. So you're trying to figure out what happens first in boot process, this or that. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I'm going to clone.
Not enough light there, Jay?
No, one of the fan blades on my graphics card is messed up, so it keeps hitting the card above it. So I kind of got to bend and twist everything so that it won't do that.
Is that's that one that you bought for me, right?
Yeah.
How'd you mess up the fan blade on it?
Because something on top of it was too close.
Ah. Are you using all your slots or?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See,
I hate you. I fucking hate you so bad. I'm sorry.
I just got to put a new fan on the card, and that'll be fine. But I've been too busy to do it.
Takes quite a while to run a Cinebench, doesn't it?
Well, it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah. 8 minutes, a little more than 8 minutes to go here.
But you could check your temps while it's running because it's running all 20. Well, how many ever threads yours has?
I have a six
core, so it's 12 thread.
Yeah. Yep. 12 threads at 3.3 gigahertz. Single core at 3.5 gigahertz. So yeah, this Cinebench anywhere from 10, I think it was 10.13 and higher, it will run.
How's it going there, Patrick? Looks like it's getting back together.
Yeah, I got it back together. Just have a issue with it on the boot. Got to see what the heck's going on. Not getting no power LED and my fans are running.
Did you pull out the tray and push it back in again?
That's what I'm just about to do. I'm powering it back, trying to get it out. Yep.
What'd he break?
It says it's not the tray's not powering up, but the fans are coming on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he broke it.
Might have. I'm not saying I didn't, but should have been fine.
He's like, send it to Jay.
Nope.
Jeez, like,
I don't want Patrick's sloppy seconds.
Oh,
my goodness.
I would go somewhere, but I'm not.
Listen to me talk smack, and then I power mine on, and it doesn't work.
Well, so far, let's see. Mine, Bruce's, and Dave's have worked. So
This was working fine today till I did the pram reset and updated everything and wouldn't boot. And I couldn't get in the recovery, couldn't do an installer, nothing. It just kept boot looping. But shit. After I did 12.4, I upgraded to on Monterey. Started giving me a boot loop and wouldn't stop.
have they fixed the problem? Yeah, I was gonna say they don't. I don't think they fixed the problem yet on 12.4.
From what I'm reading on Martin, he said he did, but you got to have that updated P list that he made and put it in 080.
Nah, even with the updated P list, it still sucks.
Yeah, that's why I'm still at 12.3.1, I believe. Hold on, what am I at?
Mine was 12.2.1 for I did it today.
I'm at 12.3.1 right now, and I'm not going any higher until I see proof that they've actually fixed it.
That might have been my issue because it kept flipping. I couldn't use the installer, couldn't do anything.
Yeah, that's usually what it is. So it's probably a problem with 12.4.
Yep. Yeah, Martin was saying there you could go there, but I guess not fully fixed yet.
Well, you also got to remember Martin can't test anything right now.
I know he's away. Yep. Yep.
He has no cMPs to test anything on, so he's doing this all and then putting it out to the community to test it.
Yep.
All right, we got power.
All right, let's see.
Okay.
Now, last time I did not clean the wheels though. I might do it this time.
Oh, that's nice, Jay. Oh, hey, Jay, I got this cool like acrylic like wheeled base thing. I haven't shown it anywhere yet, but it's for Mac Pros. I gotta show you. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you seen one of these before?
No, send it to me so I can check it out.
I'll send you a picture. I haven't shown it anywhere.
No.
Right
I need the real thing. A picture just doesn't do it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should totally send it to you. That way you'll be able to understand it better.
Where did you get those wheels for that, Jay? Did you make those?
This is called the G5 Skate. They made these for G5s.
Oh,
That's
really?
actually really nice. I like
That's
that.
pretty neat.
They are pretty cool.
It'd be cool if those wheels were the ones that could turn in any direction. You could just wheel around, right?
That would be. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I have two of these, and they're just, especially if you have a hardwood floor, these are awesome.
Oh yeah. Probably doesn't work. Probably doesn't roll that good on carpet, does it?
All right.
Smirky. There you go. How are we doing on that? We got
I'm
3
installing
minutes,
Chrome.
41 seconds for our test is over here.
Now I got to crawl under my desk and reconnect 6,000 cables, so I'm going to take a minute before I do that.
I hated doing that just a minute ago. I'm like,
Yep.
Don't hurt your back, Jay. I know that's kind of getting old and stuff. So,
and it's funny too because I have two monitors, so I had to. I made sure I kept each monitor cable on each different side, so I know which one went to what because I didn't feel like redoing my monitors again.
I just connect stuff at random, and if it works, I got lucky. If not, then fail.
I mean, it's not that hard to reset it in Mac OS, but I'd rather not do
Oh
it.
crap! I forgot to put my hard drives back in.
It did the same thing, Jay, so I'm not the only one. Oh. Did you put the little bracket back in too?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I didn't put that in until I went to go put some USB cables in and the card started moving. I was like, wait, why is this moving?
All right. Yep, done it a million times, and I still mess it up.
Well, like I said, I did the same thing just a while ago. I booted up, and all of a sudden I see the folder with the question mark on. I was like, "Oh, rookie mistake."
Yeah. So since I had to step away for a minute, we lost 3 people?
Bruce is coming back in a little bit. He had to go grab a bite to eat, and then he's going back out to his workshop to work on some beige stuff.
Beach.
Beige.
Bundy.
Don't start that, man. Don't start.
Well, he's not here. He can't hear it.
It's pronounced Bondi.
Damn it! I was just ready to play that. You hit it right before I did.
Your man might have the Star Wars Lego set Death Star, but can he chug a sparkling water and not burp? Oh my gosh. What do I do?
Boom! That's going to leave a mark.
In the last, I don't know, 2 hours sometime, I cracked the screen on my phone.
What?
No way.
It was just laying there.
How the hell?
Did you put your cMP on it?
No.
Did it fall off your desk?
Do you have a screen protector on there?
Yeah.
It might be just the screen protectors, Buzz.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's what they're for.
Yep.
Yep.
A lot easier to change those than the screen.
Yep.
See what happens now.
There we go.
Yep. So your screen's fine then.
Hopefully. Where's Dana?
Was here.
Well, I know that.
Well, where'd Mike go?
Mike's still here. He's muted right now and got his camera off. There's Bruce.
Then.
Bruce is back. Maybe. There he is. What are you doing, Garth?
That's right. Sorry.
Well,
Hey, Dust Dude made it. Hi, Dust Dude.
Hey, Colin.
Yeah, I found out that I only live about an hour away from Colin.
Seriously?
Yeah, wasn't he supposed to be here?
He said he was,
had
but
things to do.
yeah.
He
I
what?
forgot to say that.
Say it again.
He had some previous arrangements that he forgot about.
Ah,
So I see Grudy is running that nasty operating system on his.
Yes, I am. And it's running, and it's actually a lot quieter than it was now, too.
Well, I wonder why.
I only had to vacuum about 50 pounds of dust out of it.
It can actually breathe.
These 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we got you, Bruce.
Good. Cool.
GP,
What?
you want to spoil the surprise?
What surprise that you came
How
by
did
my
you know
place?
that Colin only lived about an hour away from me?
What? I could not understand a word you just said.
Yeah.
How do you know that Colin only lives about an hour away from you?
I just said that.
Yeah, but how?
Because you never told me that he lived that close.
Yeah, but how did you actually find out?
Because basically he showed up
Wow.
here at my door.
Yes, he
is
did.
scary.
Who was with him?
Some guy with a scraggly beard and stuff, you know.
Some guy with a scraggly beard and stuff.
Yes, Grudy and Colin were at my house a couple days ago. stopped by. He actually picked up his stuff that's been sitting here for almost 2.5 years.
Yeah, I had some stuff of his that took too long to pick up, so I just gave it to Dana.
Hey, he's lucky though. He got a iMac that was that I upgraded the CPU in at least.
Oh, hey, he's in the chat.
Well, we've only been saying that for about 10 minutes there, Jay.
Exactly, Jay.
I'm not used to operating a computer with just one screen. It just messes me up. I need two at a minimum.
Well, I have a 30-inch cinema display is what I'm running on this computer. My other one, I have two 27-inch monitors on it.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to hook up the Mac Pro and see if everything still works.
All right, run a Cinebench or actually, I think Jay he likes to run Prime 95.
For what?
No, I said you're going to run like something that's going to max out, right?
Oh, yeah, if it's not about to explode, it's not a good test.
All right,
Yeah,
running
the
Cinebench. My
CPUs
CPU is
are
up to
running-
69 and my Northbridge is up to 50, or actually 60 now.
That's not bad for your Northbridge. Northbridge, my Northbridge would, before I redid it today, it would get up to about 75, almost 80 sometimes.
Ooh.
Are we testing with fan control or without?
With fan control.
Okay.
This is no fan control. This is just stock fan control.
I mean, I could turn it off and try it. I mean, I'll run another Cinebench without fan control.
I'm just going to run it for a while.
Let me run it. Hold on.
Hello,
Also,
chicken.
this is El Capitan, just the original release. No software updates or anything, so yeah.
Well, my CPU temps dropped 10 degrees.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't imagine why.
Get a little bit of that.
Now we're at max, and the highest one I've seen is at 51 Celsius.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mainly what happens when you clean all the dust off the front.
The
Now imagine how good it would be when you clean all the dust off from inside of it.
yeah, I'll have to do that in the video for sure. That should be an interesting one that will probably come.
So we should expect to see that what this time next year?
Probably.
Okay.
But yeah, since GT explained that Colin and I went and saw him, I spent all week over at Colin's. So I've got like 4 different videos.
John.
DOS Dude special videos that are coming out soon, and I have to actually go and start editing.
Some the dead ram. Stupid idiot.
What was that, Bruce?
Oh, sorry. I'm mad at myself.
Okay.
I'm mad at myself for not doing something, and so I just referred to myself as the stupid idiot.
No argument.
Yeah. Son of a gun. Okay, let's see if we can track this down. Set. One seven. Nope.
All right, test is running now, so we'll see what comes up. But I have fan control turned off now, so it's just on the system.
All right.
Hey, Chuck. How you doing? All right.
Why was my volume turned all the way down? That's weird.
Let's see the chicken, Bruce.
Easier said than done.
I believe it.
I mean, they do occasionally come in here, but
Not going to.
yeah. It's, right now.
You pasted Tootsie, yeah.
So I guess after we get all done, Bruce will just take over the channel and do his repairs.
Well, that's what I got to do. I've got lots of repairs here to do. So Now,
Just waiting for Jay to say whether or not his machine works.
Well, guys, we got 17 watchers and only 11 likes.
That's probably because the stream is shit.
It must be. It must be really
It's all
shit.
going wrong.
I think it's going to be touching a new rubber car. Okay. Is that one?
Okay, so the hottest core of my CPU hit 54 degrees. I'd call that a success.
That would be impressive if you weren't running Harpertown processors.
Yeah, true. So guys, I'm going to start editing my videos and finish unpacking. So I'll catch you guys later.
See you,
See you,
Greg.
Gruden.
See you, Greg.
See ya.
Rudy.
See ya.
So without fan control, my CPUs are up to about 66, 67, and the the Northbridge is up to 73. So I think my fan control curve is works very well.
Well, I messed up a USB somewhere because I don't have a mouse.
Messed up USB because what?
My mouse isn't working, so I missed a cable somewhere.
Oh. That would do it.
Gotta go back in time. Gotta go back in time.
No, David, Windows belongs on a PC, not a Mac. I have Windows 11 actually running on my gaming PC, but I do not have Windows touching any of my Macs.
Same here. I do have Windows 10 running in a virtual machine.
Yes, same here.
Now, I actually used to run Boot Camp on my cMP before I had a gaming PC, but now that I have a dedicated gaming PC, I don't do that anymore. So food time yet? Mac Yak snack attack for print and play retrospective.
I'm back. Our security system cameras went dead out there, and it popped the breakers. I'd have gotten reset it.
Your cameras popped the breakers?
They're on a ground fault, and there's so much stuff on the outside circuit that when it gets hot, sometimes it trips the breaker. So,
is it super hot up there?
It's not really that hot today. It only got to about 76 degrees here today.
Yeah, it wasn't hot at all here today. We had so much wind, though. I think that was the reason why it didn't get as hot.
It's in the high 60s here today.
It got up to 73 was the highest it got.
Yeah, it's been getting down into the 40s here at night. So.
Where are you at, Dave?
Sutter Creek. It's about 50 miles.
What state?
East of California.
Oh.
I'm just a little under 3 hours from Garth. He lives over there in the Santa Cruz area. So.
No, I'm sitting there like, okay, Sutter Creek. All right. Where in the country is that?
Yeah.
I'm talking to somebody. I'll be done in a minute, Mommy. So anyway, yeah. So it gets pretty warm here. So anyway, this Senate bench is done on this thing here. So let's see.
Well, my Mac Pro is still working. It's running just as hot as it did before right out of the gate, so I don't need to do any test.
So it's off or not?
No, I definitely needed it, especially Northbridge. But Yeah, these CPUs run very hot. That's why I want to go back to the 75s.
Yeah, I think also the 4 comma ones, especially the dual CPU ones, run I think a little bit cooler than the 5 comma ones
Yeah, and I have
because
a
of
dust
that.
filter on front of my Mac Pro that hasn't been cleaned in a few years. So
Well, I think one of the reasons why too is having lit it versus delit it because the IHS on those 5 comma ones, I don't think it really because you're going through 2 different surfaces before it hits the heatsink.
yeah,
And mine is the heatsink is right there, smack on the CPU die.
yeah. Right now I'm not doing anything. I'm not running a single app, and the CPUs are at 50 Celsius with the fans on half, 50%. So
Those things are running hot.
yeah,
Christ, I'm at like a quarter load. And mine's only 41.
well, the single
I'll be right
CPUs
back.
run a lot cooler.
Well, yeah, because the heat sink's twice the size,
Yeah, that helps.
and there's a lot more airflow too because there's only the one processor. Yeah, that's one thing I've never had to worry about is this thing getting very hot.
How's Patrick doing?
Good. Just getting ready to boot back up. I think we got it.
All right.
Yeah, for comparison, Jay, my my Dell Precision runs at like 75 all the time.
Damn.
So
That is
running
Dual CPUs in it.
Cinebench with the auto boost off on TG Pro, it was up to like 73 degrees on the CPUs. And as soon as I turned auto boost on, all the fans went to red and immediately started. I
Yeah.
mean, you could hear that thing just kicking on.
Well, you must have some pretty aggressive fan control.
Oh, I do.
My
I
fan
don't-
control is set to keep everything at a maximum of 50 degrees Celsius. I know it can handle a lot more, but
Oh,
that's
wow.
just my own comfortable limit.
I think you and I, Jay, are about the same there because I like to keep mine pretty low too.
I would say
I'm more handsome though.
at 50 degrees, my fans only ramp up to half. It's
Yeah.
not until they hit 65 where I have it set to go to full blast.
But I mean, even my Northbridge was hitting 79 without the fan control. But with fan control, it's only hitting about, I think, max of 60. So, but I have mine set. I mean, I have all 6 fans set for a different, I think, 4 different rules for each fan. So I got, what is that, 6 fans with 4 rules apiece. So that's 24 rules.
Yeah, I got a long list of rules. But, I am of the opinion that the cooler I keep it, the longer it will last.
Mhm.
So I don't mind the noise.
Well, I don't hear it half
I
time.
don't
It
think
just
it that loud.
it just went to full throttle just a minute ago, but now it's back down to about half fan speed. I'm looking at it right now. It's all in the green. It only kicked up because as soon as I hit the auto boost, because it was running without it, and as soon as I hit auto boost, it sounded like a G5 without the crowd end.
So, Dave, you were upgrading your OS tonight, right?
I was going to on that other drive that I stuck in, but I was doing that Cinebench thing.
Is that showing Monterey on there? Do you see that?
What's that?
For a software update? Is that showing Monterey for a software update?
Well, yeah, because I have OpenCore on this.
Oh, you have OpenCore. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still on Mojave on this one. on my iMac, I have a OpenCore on it, and I'm running Big Sur.
So, Dave, did you not reset your flag, your VM flag, to not show the updates?
No, I didn't do it yet.
That will actually give you some more speed too, because it actually slows it down a little bit.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
In fact, if you read Martin Lowe's thing on that, you after you update, you want to set that VM flag back. It won't show new updates, but I think there's something it does that makes it, especially the GPU, the acceleration.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so always reset that VRM flag or VM flag rather.
Okay. Good to know.
How's it looking over there, Patrick?
Not so good. I'm going to tear it apart tomorrow and look at it some more another day. I got it, everything coming up working, but no white power LED and no boot chime. But everything comes on, no error lights, nothing. Weird.
Did you? You said that's a 5.1, correct?
Yeah, 2012. What I did was swap the ROM chip because what this backplane was doing before, it would just sit there and blink when it would boot up the LED. It started that out of nowheres and it would never boot. And I got another backplane, put it in, it worked fine. So first I thought it was memory, all that. It wasn't something in the backplane. I thought it was the ROM that was bad, causing it not to boot and causing the white LED to flash like every second. Never seen anything like that from what I was reading. Some people were saying the ROM.
Have you tried booting it with one CPU in?
That's the one thing I didn't do. That's the next thing I'm going to try tomorrow or another day. Everything's working fine, but I just can't get it to boot, and there's no power LED.
Because I had something similar to that on mine, the second cMP, the one I'm talking on now.
Right.
I couldn't get it to boot, and it was then I tried one CPU, and it booted fine with one CPU.
Huh.
And I even swapped those CPUs around.
Right.
And it booted fine. And for some reason, I thought that the B CPU socket was bad.
Right.
But I went and I put it under the microscope. I saw some pins that might have been bent and kind of, bent them back and everything.
Yep.
So then I finally went ahead and bought another couple of CPUs, deleted them. I stuck them in there, and now both of them work.
Wow.
I was like, are you kidding me? It was a CPU problem. It could have been a slight mismatch on the CPUs. I don't know.
Right.
But
wow.
So Patrick, what did you do tonight? You replaced the chip on the board, right?
Yeah, the ROM chip. I swapped it from my 2010 5.1 over to this 2012 5.1 backplane board. That's all I did. Just made sure pin 1 was lined up, put it in, and took the old one out. That was it.
Huh.
And made sure nothing shorted. I checked all my connections when I resoldered it. Nothing shorted. And right now, it comes up like everything's working, but no power LED and no boot chime. Power LED is on.
Well, the only logical thing to do now is send me your 7.1. Don't question it. Just it's for good luck, basically.
For about 14 have it easily.
There you go, Jay.
That's what I got invested into it now.
No,
it's gonna be before we can get a 7.1 for a relatively decent price for a collection of
you're
retro
looking at 10 years
And
down
the
the
day I
road.
die, I'll get buried with it.
It's like a 2013 right now. It's sort of okay, right? I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I was talking to you.
Yeah.
You weren't even
Hold on. I got the mic muted. You can talk now. Hold on. We're just finishing up. We were working on our machines.
David,
Hey, you're finishing up. We're here for 10 more hours.
10 more hours.
Yeah, I was convinced over the last few years that a 7.1 was going to be my next Mac a few years down the road when they became affordable.
Yep.
But now I'm not so sure. My next Mac will probably be an M2 or M3 or whatever's out at the time.
Well, yeah, because the 7.1 has a very short life expectancy soon, I think.
But even if you keep it on Mojave or Monterey, it's going to be a powerful computer for many years to come. But
yeah, that's my point.
I'm kind of getting over the whole heat output of these things. I'm always in a hot office, summer or winter. It's always freaking hot in here because of the Mac Pro. So.
That's true. I just like the expandability. I don't like where they're going.
Oh yeah.
The stuff they got now is nice and it's very powerful, but you're locked into them and they're taxed. Whatever they want to charge you, that's it. Buy it is your attitude.
I mean, I'm not getting rid of the Mac Pro. If Monterey is the end of the line, then I'll downgrade it to Big Sur,
Right.
and I'll keep that for my security cameras, my Plex, and all that stuff. But I'll put it in the basement.
Yep.
All the heavy lifting the Mac Pro will be doing this for years.
Right.
But for on my desk, I don't need anything more than a Mac Mini. I don't do anything. So
Right.
Well, Jay, I think even our even our cMPs are still going to be useful for, I'd say, next 3, 4, maybe even 5 years.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't run any software that requires compatibility with the latest and greatest. So
Right.
Mhm.
Yep.
now Dana is putting OpenCore on his machine because he has to go to Big Sur because he makes a living with his Creative Suite, Adobe Creative Suite.
Oh, okay.
I don't have that issue. So
Wow.
hell, I could run on Snow Leopard and do everything I need to do.
No, you would run on Tiger if you could.
If this Mac Pro could run Tiger, dude, that would be
That's what I run on my. That's what I run on my Mac Pro 1.1 Tiger.
Jay, time to switch to a PC. Well, it's kind of buried because I had to move some stuff from this desk to that desk, but that whole setup back there, that's all PC. I'm ashamed to say.
He's now.
Well, that's only because it's for your work.
Yeah.
It's not you were forced to use that for work, not Jay didn't volunteer to put a PC in there.
Well, I asked them, said, are you going to send me a PC or Mac? They're like, oh, we're sending you a PC, bunch of screens, a dock, and all that stuff. And the hardware is great. I think it's a 8-core or a quad-core, 16 gigs of RAM, 512 SSD. The hardware is good. It's the operating system that sucks. But they're like, no, we only send Macs to our UX and design teams. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
So from day one, when IT was setting that thing up remotely, and I've been learning the software and all the tools and utilities that I need, I have my MacBook Pro sitting next to it running Monterey. And I've been mirroring everything I'm doing on that PC. There's a Mac version for that software, or there's an alternative for that software. So my MacBook Pro is mirrored exactly to that PC. So if it ever comes up, right now I'm doing training, so I don't want to switch yet. But once I'm done with the training part of it and I get to actually doing the job, that PC ain't going to be used anymore. So, I'm not going to tell them that, but that's the plan.
Wow.
If only
Because we do most of our stuff in virtual machines.
Hell, you could use anything then.
Yeah. Oh no, you need this software for secure FTPs. Bitch, I got a hard drive full of tools for the Mac that could do that. What are you talking about?
Something a little different about Windows and secure. Doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Well, I learned
those are two words that should never ever go together.
Absolutely.
The first week on Windows, I had nothing but problems, and I restarted that thing 4 times a day. And then I learned that a restart on Windows is not actually doing anything. You have to shut down for it to kind of act like a restart. But even then, apparently, since Windows 8, PCs don't really shut down. It's a feature called Fast Start. So it kind of keeps the kernel running. And even though you select shutdown, it says shutting down and then everything goes black. It's still kind of running. So if you're having issues, there's no way to get rid of that unless you yank the cord, pull the battery, and really force it down.
Shutting down a PC is more like a hibernate.
Yeah, it's bullshit. So I finally found that feature in the control panel, in the power settings. You can turn off the fast start. And then when you shut down, it actually shuts down everything. And since then, it's been running fine. It's Windows. It is what it is, but it's been doing what it needs to do.
Wow.
See you, Retro Techie.
Have a great night, Retro Techie.
Honestly, it's so interesting, Jay. It's so interesting to listen to you and like Adam and other actual real IT people talk about their jobs, and it was like what I had to deal with. It was such a weird, different. We could do whatever the hell we wanted to do with our stuff, right? But it was turning a little bit more like locked down. I will say.
Well, you were there in the good years.
Yeah, and Adam's talking about like I can't update to this version of Windows or whatever. I mean, okay, yeah, you're right. I was right.
I was the IT department for a lot of companies over the years, so I could do whatever the hell I wanted. But I would have to lock down the users. You know, you're not running software update whenever you want. I have to test this first, make sure everything is compatible, and so I was always on the other side of things. And now I'm like, hey, I wanna install this software. Bling, you don't have permissions. What the hell are you talking about? Give me permission, man. Come on, it's my computer. Let me do what I want. No, that's not how it works. But even at Apple, I had maybe 1 year of the old Apple before they switched everything around. Like working the Genius Bar at Apple then was the best job in the world. You could do whatever. If you wanted to help a customer out for 3 hours straight, you do you as long as they leave happy. It was without, the 15-minute scheduled appointments and the lines out the door because the scheduling system is always broken. And those were the days, man. But,
dude, you should see how many Apple appointments we get coming from the Apple store at Best Buy now because they can't handle it. I mean,
they can handle it just fine, but they get resources allocated based on the amount of appointments they book.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to expand your Genius department or get another Genius administrator or whatever, you need to show to corporate that you have a good amount of appointments. So they double book everything.
Well, I also think right now, that they just they're not having the amount of personnel that they used to have in there because of COVID, because they're still one of those companies that still is not doing anything like together again.
How are the stores open? I haven't been back to a retail store since I left.
You still have to wait in a line, and they only let so many people in the store at a time.
Wow.
I haven't been to an Apple store inside one in a while because every time I walk by one and I see that line, I'm like, nope.
They are aware it's no longer 2019, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Just look at the last keynote. I mean, the last keynote, they still are not doing a live keynote because
I actually prefer the keynotes this way because Tim Cook has the stage appeal of a cucumber, so I prefer it this way. And I actually like the comedy they put in with what's the guy's name with the gray hair? Greg Frederici?
Frederici, yeah.
Air Force One.
Yeah. He's funny. I like the dude. So,
yep.
In that last keynote where he's running in slow motion, he's like, this hair, it was awesome. Can't do that.
One of the meetings about that, they're like, you know what? This whole thing with, we gotta play up on this. Hey, I want to show you guys something. I haven't showed anyone this yet, and it goes back to my previous video with Elizabeth Holmes. This is my last day at Apple. Well, not my last day. This is a dry run of it, what I did. So give me big if you would. And then, this is what I did. This was my office. Just watch. This is what I had in my office back in the day.
You had a fascination with her, didn't you?
No. This is just a funny, weird picture. So I left this. This is what I left running in my office. I had a little office lab.
Oh my God.
And I had all my test systems set up with her on the screen.
What were you testing?
Why is it so cropped? I'm so sorry. It's cropped. Never mind.
How to creep people out?
It's totally cropped. I borked it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So all my test systems.
Dude, if I walked in there,
terribly cropped, by the way. This is cropped all the hell. So
I would walk right the fuck out because I'm sorry, that would be like freaky.
Yeah.
Hey, Garth, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why did you leave?
I was done.
Okay, fair enough.
Apple has a tendency to own every aspect of your life.
This crap. Oh, there.
I believe that. I
terrible. Look at that.
That's why Apple is such a great company. If you're young-ish, like in your 20s, early 30s, you're single, work at Apple, you have the time of your life. You have money in the bank. You got the best benefits you can imagine, and you'll love it. But once you start a family, you have a kid, you want to have some hobbies outside of work, or you just want to be done at a certain time, it is not the place to be. But that's just my opinion.
Oh, wow.
I believe that.
So, Mike, the answer is honestly, Mike. I was literally getting up at 3:15 in the morning to drive to work. So I get to work around 4. I would work until like around 1 or 2 physically at Apple. I would leave and drive home, and then I'd work to about 6:30 or so at night, and then that was it. And then I'd repeat it in the morning, next day. And on the weekends, yeah, you're working too, but not like a full day. You're just checking in all the time, make sure things are going and stuff, and that was it.
So
Especially
Garth,
for like last 5 years.
so what did you do at Apple? Was it?
I was in I worked in graphics QA, but at the end it turned out to be more of a at the last few years it turned out to be more of a silly rule enforcer, relative to like our process and stuff. So in many ways I was like a flight control was what they called me. I was a flight control person. So yeah, it was not a good time. Trust me, it was not a good time for me at the end. But
And it's because of people like Garth. People like Garth saved me. It wasn't Garth. I've never met him at Apple. But when I was at corporate and they offered me a position there, someone like Garth warned me to run and don't do it.
There was people I mentored, and I would tell them, it's like, if you do this and that, you can do it, and you can do really well and do well. And there's a couple of people I really like. There's a couple of guys I just remembered, like they were super solid and smart, and way smarter than I was at the end. You understand? So when I first started there, like the first 8 years or so, was like I was the one making rules and making things and processes and stuff, and that was awesome. It was incredible. I worked on all sorts of, like, I was like the main person on so many things, like literally the initial Intel launch, the first NVIDIA stuff, the switch, the boot camp stuff. I was the secret person working on that. I was the guy, right, for graphics, and so many cool things. But beyond that, you know, like in 2012 or so, things just went all away. Yeah. So yeah, those last 7 years or so was very hard. It was just too much. So yes, the answer, Mike, is that I lived. I'm alive still. So yay!
Well, hey, I mean, I don't blame you. You got to do what you got to do. I was just curious because, you know,
yeah,
you would think that, you know, oh my God, I'm working at Apple, but you know, of course, you know, it's sometimes places like that can be hell on earth. You know.
It was at the time, and for what we were doing. I mean, I'm not saying, okay, to be fair, I'm super, super, super fortunate and happy for what I was able to do and everything. But, and it was super freaking amazing in the beginning. I mean, it was incredible. Just, you know, I started in 99. I went in there, and it was what was going on at the time, and you know, the things that we were doing. And we did the Core 99 system, which was the original G4s and the original iBook and the original, like, you know, all that stuff.
You were there back in the good old days.
You came. Yeah, you were there right when Jobs came back. Just about
a little bit after, yeah, like 2 years after. It was a hiring. So I started because they wanted somebody who knew how to do graphics and 3D graphics in that sense. Because I worked at Diamond Multimedia before that.
Oh, and wow.
I worked with the team that they were starting a graphics group. They're like, we need someone who knows how to do 3D graphics. So it was like me, and I, you know, it's like I created all the test plans and all the procedures and stuff. And yeah, it was incredible. It really was. It was right, and again, it was right place at the right time. But at the end, yes. Sorry.
I don't know how it was for you at corporate, but for retail, it kind of all went to hell in 2012. That was the decline.
So what do you do now, Garth?
I'm retired.
Oh, good for you.
And
when I say you make good money at Apple, I ain't lying. You make good money at Apple.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was good. I don't know. I'm embarrassed.
It wasn't easy to walk away from those benefits, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jay. You have no idea. I mean, honestly, I was approached like about a few months ago again, like, come on back. Come on. I don't want to do it though. It's just yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm going off.
No.
It's dark and gloom. It was good. Trust me. It's not a bad thing. It really was not a bad
There's
thing.
a reason why we call this Mac Yak.
Hey, Garth, take the offer, go back, be there just long enough to feed me every schematic and board view of every product ever made, and then quit.
Hey, so you know what's funny, Jay? Let me give you one example. It's hilariously of it all, right? When they first upgraded our cubes at work from the local talk network, which the phone net stuff, to Ethernet, it was incredible. Ethernet, right? You could just go on the network and you could see all the different floors. They separated it all into, what was it called for the Ethernet? The sections, right? It was all different floors. So aisle 6, I was in aisle 6, second floor. We had different floors, and you can go on each floor and you can see whose computers were open because security in 2000 or 1999, whatever, right? And all these open computers and stuff, and you could just hunt around and look for different information. And I remember one time, one of my coworkers, a good friend of mine, I won't give a name, but he found, it's like on one of these computers, like photos of the new mouse that was going to come out, the new Pro mouse, right? Like the Pro mouse, the clear mouse, right? Mm-hmm. And he found photos of the proto one that was all black and it was like the red LED and stuff. And he found all the protos and stuff were like, what the heck's this? And it was all just shareable, just openly shared. If you just poked around long enough on the networks and stuff, it was incredible. It was an incredible time, honestly. It was so weird. Yeah, I should shut up now.
Yeah, I would never go back, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I had the experience, but I would never go back, and I haven't set foot in a retail store since 2016. I have no desire to ever hear, smell, see one of those stores ever again.
Well, I tell you what, Jay, they haven't gotten any better. In fact, I think going into a Best Buy, you see a kind of a part of what they look like, because Apple puts the same tables that they have at their retail stores in Best Buy. So you'll see a portion of what's in there, but it's just not the same atmosphere as a Apple store.
I get it. It's a for-profit company. They have to make money, but I was hired on to help people. Someone comes in, they just had a kid a few months ago, their Mac crashed, and they lost every photo of their newborn they ever had. I could help them. I could refer them to Drive Savers. I could try stuff myself. I could try to help them the best I could. By the time I left, it was like, oh, do you have a backup? No, sorry, can't help you. Next. I hated what the whole help system had become. It's horrible.
Wow. There was actually a time they did backup. Wow. So
we had an exurv. Corporate didn't like it, but we had an exurv under the bar where we did backups for people.
I never knew they did such a thing. Everything is now is you got your stuff backed up, right? First thing they ask you.
Yeah. Well, Best Buy will charge you for backing up your data first.
Wow. That I understand. That makes sense. Time is time, but wow. Apple's like, back it up or you may lose it. And if you do, well.
Yeah. Well, that like Jay, or like you just said, though, when I had a problem with my iPhone 8, the camera on it, and I went and got it repaired, and about 2 hours after I left the store, it started doing it again. And so I had to bring it back, and I finally told them, look, just give me a new phone, just redo it out. Well, the first thing they ask you, like you said, is, oh, I hope you backed it up. I said, yes, I backed it up.
We're just going to hammer the hell out of this thing.
Yeah.
Well, it was, at the time, it was, you help people make sure they leave happy. It was completely and totally up to me. If I wanted to give someone, it's like, oh, your MacBook Pro is messing up. I run some diagnostics. Yeah, I don't trust this thing. Call back a house. They bring out a new MacBook Pro. Here you go. Have a good day. Or a new phone, or a new iPad, or replace a part. It was all up to me. And that got shut down over the years. Like, oh, you can't just hand out phones anymore. You can't just replace a product. It has to go through this and that.
Wow.
And it wasn't even being abused by anyone. But that there are hardware design flaws in many of Apple's products. And when you work at the bar, you will know that before anyone else, because if you suddenly have a bunch of people coming up with, I don't know, iPhone 7 sound chip or some known problem that the hardware is the problem, not the customer, I hand out phones all day long because I know that it's going to happen again. And until the hardware is fixed, I'm not going to try to bullshit you and say, oh no, reinstall the operating system or just hold it upside down. It'll work better. No,
You're holding it wrong.
that all got locked down. So, and if I would swap out a phone, it got to the point where I swapped out a phone. The manager in the back got a pop-up on his screen. 2 seconds later, there would be a manager there questioning me in front of the customer, like, why'd you swap out this phone? I said, because the phone is fucked. What are you talking about? Do you know how to do my job? No, you don't.
Yeah.
Let me help the people out, man. And it just got ridiculous. So I had to go.
Guess that's from the corporate level, but Cook now or what that made these rules? Just curious.
Well, Cook or Steve Jobs, for that matter, they didn't really run retail. They had other people doing that. I forgot their names, but it was all about the numbers. It was all about boasting numbers. Like, oh, this store saw X amount of appointments this week. Therefore, they are now considered a flagship store. Therefore, they get more money and more resources. It's great for the bottom line, but it has nothing to do with helping people. And if you got hired specifically to help people, that's really going to piss you off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Look at their numbers now. What are they? The biggest company I think in the world ever. $3 trillion.
I don't know.
They're at now.
I don't know.
A year ago.
I know my stock is doing good, and as long as it's doing good, I'm happy.
Wish I would have jumped on that years ago on Apple. Who knew?
It's still a bit of a pain point for me. I think it was 2009. Yeah, somewhere in 2009 when Steve Jobs went in for a kidney transplant or something, liver, kidney. I don't know. He had a major surgery and stock plummeted.
It was was it his colon or?
I thought he had a transplant of some sort. I don't know, but I looked at the stock and it was in the $30 range. And I just got here from Europe with a bank account full of euros. The euro was this, the dollar was this. I should have spent every penny I had, but I didn't. And I regret it to this day.
Yeah, wow.
I could have been retired right now.
Well, can you imagine the guy that helped found Apple? What's his name?
Ronald Wayne.
Yeah, where he sold his back to the company. He's probably still kicking himself in the ass.
He has no regrets. I've seen some of his interviews, but I don't think that's true.
I don't think it's true. I'm sorry, but
it's all good, man.
He was the third guy. I mean, come on, there were three guys.
And without him, there wouldn't be no Apple. He funded everything.
Exactly, yeah. But he's got regrets. I'm sorry, but
he's got to be.
He'd be a billionaire right now. I mean, I think he's wealthy, but I don't think he's that wealthy.
Yeah, but just look at Steve Jobs. He had a successful company. He had money. He had a new yacht with a dashboard full of IMAX, and he's dead. So how much happiness did that buy him?
Well, what's funny about that? You look at it today. Like Elon Musk is kind of something similar to that. He doesn't like own a house. He actually sleeps at other people's houses or at his factories and stuff like that. And he doesn't take a salary either. He did the same thing Steve Jobs did. Steve Jobs took a $1 a year salary or something like that.
Yep.
And so Musk kind of does the same thing. He doesn't take a huge salary.
And I mean, the last year or so financially for me was rough. I almost got evicted twice. I had the power shut off a few times. My phone was disconnected a bunch of times. But you know what? Yeah, it was a little stressful at times, but I was happy. I was here at home with my wife and kid, homeschooling my kid, doing what I liked. I was happy. In the grand scheme of things, I was happy. I didn't have money, but so if you look at people that are like, they're millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires, whatever, and all they do is worry. Like, oh, I just got a call. My house in Spain, the roof blew off. Or they always have something to worry about. And I'm like, you know what? I was in a pretty good spot. I don't need a whole bunch of money to be happy. It's nice to have money to pay the bills, but I don't need a bank account with millions of bucks in it to, be anywhere near happy.
But it wouldn't hurt.
Oh, hell no.
Well, it is true. More money, more problems. So it might hurt. You don't know.
Well, you would like to have more money than you have now, but not as much as that.
No. Nah.
I would like to have enough to pay all my bills for the rest of my life and live comfortably. So if I ever went out and I wanted something, I could just say, yeah, I want that. And that's
Exactly.
it. I don't need to have like billions and billions of dollars that you're never going to spend in your lifetime.
Nope.
You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I just want enough to live comfortably. In fact, me and my wife have always talked about, hey, if we hit the lottery, this is what we're going to do. You know, we're not going to go out on a spending spree. You know, we're just basically going to live like we are now. And just now we can buy, if we see something we like, we can actually buy it instead of saying, we can save up for that, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've been broke several times throughout my life. You know, when I was in college, living with my roommate, eating bread for like 2 weeks because I didn't have a dime to my name. And it teaches you very valuable lessons to be broke once in a while. So I don't know. It's not fun when it happens, but it's useful. It's definitely useful.
God, I remember eating like what are they? English muffins with like cheese on them and for food.
Try eating ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
try lasagna with barbecue sauce.
No, oh yeah,
that's actually not that bad. You think about it. I guess it depends.
Oh, Bruce left, huh?
Wow, didn't even know.
I didn't even know he left.
Potato chip sandwiches.
Oh.
So
right,
Patrick, you gave up on your Mac Pro for now. You're going to revisit.
Yeah, I'm
tomorrow?
gonna resume it at some point. Absolutely.
All right, Dave is up and running. You good to go?
I'm good.
All right, Garth seems to be good to go.
Yep.
I'm up and running, and GT.
Mm-hmm.
You too. I think Dana is going to try the whole open core thing tomorrow. Got a little bit overwhelmed, so might revisit that. Grudy, did Grudy finish his thing?
Yes, he did. Well, he didn't completely do it because he didn't repaste his CPUs or get all the dust out of it, but he got most of it.
Okay.
I think he said he was going to film it. Yeah.
And
he said he's going to film it. So
Mike vanished. Did he do okay?
Yeah.
He didn't do anything.
He repasted, didn't he?
No, I don't think he did anything. He was just here to provide support.
He was doing.
Okay.
I don't know what
He
he
was doing something.
He was.
I don't remember him doing it.
He took something apart on it.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So it worked out for almost everybody.
Yep. And we've been going for almost 3 hours.
I think this is a good time to say adieu.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
It was
I have to figure out which USB cable goes in the back of the Mac Pro or in the USB 3 card. I have to reroute all the FireWire cables, and I'll be on the desk for the next hour figuring all that stuff out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate everybody showing up and hanging out. It was fun. I had fun.
A good time. Thank you.
It was. Thank you.
And Patrick will be live streaming on his channel tomorrow when he fixes his Mac Pro, right?
I don't know if I'll be doing it tomorrow, but I'll be doing something with that soon. Believe me. I would say probably within the next week or two, I'm sure. It's going to be, believe me. You can hold me to it.
I'll believe it when I see it.
This is my first one I ever did, so kind of getting over that. Like, I don't know. Like that. Now it's changing me. I wasn't sure. I can't do this. I can't do this on a live stream because I've never done it. Now I'm thinking like, well, no big deal now that I've done it.
Yeah. And once you start, it's like, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
There's no going back.
And Garth, any more live streams from you?
Eventually, yeah. I have a couple ideas, and they're not necessarily all going to be Mac or computer related, but weird in some ways. But watch whatever you want to watch. But I will have more stuff. I'll have more stuff.
All right, Dave.
Yeah, I've got a few more things planned. When Ron gets back from his trip from Texas, we're going to continue working on our TTL boards, and hopefully we don't blow anything up. And
And you have an SE30 coming potentially in, right?
what's that?
You have an SE30 coming in potentially.
Maybe, maybe not. I talked to my son, and he said, "Dad," he goes, "You know what? I can't." He goes, "It was there 2 weeks ago. It's not there. I don't know where it's at." He's at his mom's house, and he says it was right up on the shelf. And he goes, "I went there today because I had to work on her car." And he goes, "I looked, went up in the attic. I can't find it." But he says, "There's so much stuff in that garage. It could be right in front of me. Wouldn't see it. Obviously somebody moved it." But he said, "Yeah." He goes,
there.
"Everything
Don't
was
worry
there."
about
He goes, "Yeah." He said, "It's there. The keyboard, the mouse, the little holder of the diskettes, and everything is there."
Oh, wow.
So I'm going there tomorrow. So maybe it'll magically show up. I don't know.
And Dave was never heard from again. GT, you up to anything anytime soon?
Nothing anytime soon. I got to do some cleaning around this office too, and get things organized a little bit better than what it is. But other than that, nope. But we will see everybody. I think it's this Thursday we have our next Mac Yak.
Yep.
We skipped last Thursday, so.
Yep.
In fact, we need to start coming up with topics already.
Yeah, we make it up as we go. We've been doing that for 2 years. We're fine.
Yeah,
it's good enough.
No,
exactly.
I will not be streaming anytime soon yet. While I'm doing training for this new job, by the time I'm done, I eat, I pass out on the couch, and I do it again next day. So maybe end of July, I'll be back. So
cool.
And until then, on Mac Yak. So.
Yep.
All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and call it quits here, and we'll see you guys Thursday night.
Bye.
See you
All right.
Night, everybody.
See ya.
Night.